that loves to shoot the three-point shot. They got guys that are shooting at a high percentage, so you got to get out and guard that three-point line. They got some grad transfers, some seasoned veterans that know how to certainly play the game, and they are on a 4-game winning streak.
And they're very good from the charity stripe. They're hitting 77% from the free throw line, by far and away the best in the league. So as much as we want to talk about missed shots in the Iowa offense, Hawks got to play defense too tonight.
You do have to play defense, and I thought the defense at Nebraska, the 1-2-2, bothered the Cornhuskers a little bit, so you may see some of that here tonight when the Hawkeyes drop into their zone defense. Again, you got to cover that three-point line because this kid, Andrew Funk, who is a grad transfer, he lit up Illinois. If you watch that game down in Champaign, he is a three-point shooter extraordinaire, along with Seth Lundy. Miles Dredd, you've heard that name for the past 5 or 6 years. He comes off the bench and does a nice job for him there. So, you know, they got it. Micah Shrewsbury, the Purdue former assistant coach, he's come in here in his second year. He's established their identity as play defense. Don't turn it over, get to the free throw line, and make threes.
They start one guy taller than 6'6", and they'll play 5 guards, technically 5 guards, a lot. And so that, you know, that's a tough guard for opposing defenses.
Yeah, we haven't talked enough about their lead guard, Jalen Pickett, number 22. He's a transfer from Siena. He is a grad transfer, 6'4", but he leads the Big Ten in assists at 7.5 assists a game. He's right up there, I think, number 4 in the conference in scoring. He rebounds at about 8 rebounds a game, so he's a do-it-all guard that will back you down, play a little bully ball, and you may have to come with the double team. When that double team comes, they worked on it in practice this morning. He looks cross-court, looks for his three-point shooters.
Hawks are 0-2 to start the Big Ten. Penn State is 1-1. And when you play 35 basketball games, it only takes one to get things turned back in your favor. And hopefully Iowa has brought its shooting irons to Penn State. This is the only regular season meeting between the Hawkeyes and the Nittany Lions. We're going to come back in just a minute to State College. Our pregame coverage each and every game day is sponsored by EMC Insurance. You've worked hard to build your business. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. Find your agent at EMCINS.com. And we're brought to you by U.S. Cellular, bringing locally grown connections all season long with any phone free for new and current customers. That's right, any phone for free. Our U.S. Cellular Fan Connection inbox is open if you'd care to join us. If you have a question about Iowa basketball, you can connect with Bobby and me on Twitter at Gary Dolphin or on Facebook.com/Voice of the Hawkeyes. Coming up next, we'll take a trip down memory lane with the Hawkeye historical winning moment, courtesy of Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. Happy New Year. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
You don't have to go to the game to get a game program. You can download it now by visiting the game day page on HawkeyeSports.com. That's right. The game program is now digital and it's free. So check it out. Get the roster, the stats, and fascinating stories about today's matchup. Just go to HawkeyeSports.com and click on Game Day.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, Gary Dolphin here. My Game Day apparel features the premium Authentic brand label. Authentic brand products are preferred by national corporate brands and should be your gear of choice too. Insist on the Authentic brand label from your supplier for your next merch project. Or visit authentic-brand.com and find an authorized distributor near you.
People say you should see the ball drop at Times Square at least one time, but being there for New Year's Eve and winning $1 million live on national television? How's that for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? With the Iowa Lottery's Powerball First Millionaire of the Year, you and a guest could appear on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. One lucky winner will win $1 million just after midnight. Enter your Powerball tickets and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
Having an emergency fund can help you cover an unexpected expense, like cleaning up and rebuilding after a bad storm. At DePaco Credit Union, we've got the right tools and resources to get you on your feet. We want our members to feel the comfort that a life emergency won't become a financial emergency. DePaco cares about your financial well-being. When our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you. Be well. Learn more at depaco.com/be well. Federally insured by NCUA.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. That word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
We're back at State College for Iowa Penn State. Sunday afternoon basketball to open up the new year. Happy New Year again, everyone, on behalf of the Hawkeye Radio Network. Time now for our Hawkeye historical winning moment presented by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. It was just after New Year's in 2019 that Jordan Bohannon stepped back with 36 seconds left in the game, drained his fifth three-pointer of the night, and clinched number 23 Iowa's 89-82 victory over Penn State. Bohannon finished with 19 points, and Luka Garza matched a season-high 22 points, plus grabbed 12 rebounds. The big story in the game that January 16th, 2019, was Ryan Kriener, who had 15 off the bench. Bobby Hansen called him Big Cat. And Iowa moved out to a 15-3 record, 4-3 in the conference, winning their fourth straight and ninth game in 10 outings.
Wheeler lobs it inside, intended for Hara. Knocked away and stolen away by Kriener. Bohannon for the lead from three. Good in transition. Hawkeyes have a 17-16 advantage. Timeout, Penn State. Kriener stands still three. It's good. Tie game at 20. Jordan Bohannon, a mark man. He's double teamed. Kriener's open in the corner. Shot fake, drives inside. Two-hand over the head dunk by Ryan Kriener. He wants it. 21st on the other. Bohannon for three on the inbounds. Good. Boy, is that well timed. 68-63. Iowa up one. Penn State extends the defense.
Fire.
Bohannon, a long three. Good. Ice water. Jordan Bohannon, cold-blooded from about 30 feet. Timeout, Penn State.
A dagger three, Bobby Hansen would call Jordan Bohannon shot as the Hawks went on to win 89-82 3 years ago in January. A good time to mention, I guess, Bobby, Iowa's 5-0 this season when making 9 or more threes. Hopefully that happens today.
That's a good number right there, Gary, because Penn State averaging 11 made threes on the year. I thought, preparing for this game, looking at the different numbers, if Iowa can get 10 made threes, I think that's a good number right there. So they got it in them. It's just you need to see one or two ripple through the nets and then get your confidence back going, and off you go.
Happy New Year from our friends at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, who bring you every Hawkeye historical winning moment. Riverside is home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and much, much more. Just minutes south of Iowa City. Make Riverside Casino and Golf Resort one of your stops this New Year's holiday. Coming up next, we'll look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Criminal charge or complicated family law situation? Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 Degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 Degrees. Lennox, 72 Degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
Get to the point. 0.99% APR, that is. Open your new home equity line of credit with Community Choice and get a 0.99% APR introductory rate for your first 6 months. Oh, did we point this out? You won't pay closing costs. Get started online in less than 60 seconds from the comfort of your couch. Go to unbankwithus.com. With skyrocketing inflation, there's no point in waiting. Get to the point today. Community Choice. Unusual? Nah, it's unbanking. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. See credit union for details.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
What's better than bread? More bread. Put more bread in your wallet when you move your car loan to Community Choice and make no car payments for 3 months. Just 60 seconds to get started. Go to unbankyourbread.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular. Check that. The EMC Insurance pregame show. U.S. Cellular, of course, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye basketball, as is U.S. Bank. We know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. U.S. Bank is committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC, and for years, U.S. Bank has brought you every scoreboard update here on the Hawkeye Radio Network, like right now. Let's start with the NFL. These are all finals today, at least in the early games. Atlanta 20, Arizona 19. The Falcons still have an outside shot at making the playoffs. Detroit rolled the Bears. The Lions 41, Chicago 10. The Chiefs rallied to beat Denver 27-24. The New England Patriots 2 better than the Miami Dolphins. Boy, Miami's fallen on hard times. The Pats 23 and the Dolphins 21. That's the final. Other finals, Giants, New York Giants 38, Indianapolis Colts 10. New Orleans went into Philadelphia and shocked the Eagles 20-10. Tampa Bay 6 better than Carolina 30-24. It was the Cleveland Browns winning their 3rd in a row. This time over Washington 24-10. Jacksonville 31. The Houston Texans 3. Jacksonville on fire of late, and it'll be Jacksonville and Tennessee to meet for the conference or the division, that particular division championship, and the right to advance to the playoffs in a couple weeks. Now, partial scores from the late afternoon games. The Raiders lead the 49ers 10-7. These are all second and first period scores. Seahawks 10, Jets 3. Packers lead the Vikings 7-3, just underway up in Green Bay. The Rams and Chargers are scoreless. And let's see, tonight. We've got the late game Steelers and the Ravens. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. That's the 7:30 game in the NFL. Now back to basketball. Michigan has an early 8-0 lead at home against Maryland. Tonight it's Ohio State at Northwestern. That's a 6:30 tip. And with a half a minute to go in the Missouri Valley, it's Missouri State 50 and Drake 49. If you missed the scores from bowl games yesterday, of course the Hawkeyes throttled Kentucky 21-0 down in Nashville at the Music City Bowl. last night in the college football playoffs. Both Big Ten teams are out. Georgia 42, Ohio State 41. What a rally for the Bulldogs, down 14 in the fourth quarter. TCU in a wild one edged Michigan 51-45. That's our U.S. Bank scoreboard update. U.S. Bank, a proud partner of Hawkeye basketball. Well, we have one more score. They're down to 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter up the road in Champaign, and Iowa has an 80-77 lead at Illinois. Iowa 80, and or do I have that reversed?
Score. I think it's 87-80 Illinois now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 77. 87-80. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. Thank you. The Illini up 87-80 with 1:50 to play, and Caitlin Clark is at the free throw line for the Hawkeyes. That's your U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by State Farm. State Farm Insurance with surprisingly great rates. State Farm is the real deal. You can get personalized service from your local agent or use the State Farm mobile app when you're on the go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In just a minute, we'll visit with the coaching brain trusts from both sides. Adam Fisher, who is the associate head coach with the Penn State Nittany Lions, joins us courtesy of Grizzly Coolers as the Hawkeyes are getting ready to take on Penn State on the road here at State College. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Join WMT's 27th Alaska in August. Begin with a 7-night land tour into the heart of Alaska. Then a 7-night cruise through the Inside Passage. Visit Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited website, duagency.com for a brochure. The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Oh, you know that old injury of yours, the one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Hawkeyes trying to end a mini two-game losing streak, both to Eastern Illinois. A couple weeks back now, had a week off and then lost at Nebraska on Thursday night. Iowa at Penn State today, trying to regain its shooting touch. Penn State associate head coach Adam Fisher is in his second year here under Micah Shrewsbury. Spent 8 seasons before that under Jim Larinaga down at the University of Miami, so he knows something about good basketball. And he says he had the scout on the Hawkeyes today, and Fisher says, don't be fooled by Iowa's recent shooting woes.
Yeah, Gary, Iowa's such a high-octane offense, though, right? I think they're 5-0 and they make 9 threes or more. So talented, so well coached. Coach McCaffrey, one of the best in the country, not even in our league. It's something that's hard to guard. Scoring 85 points a game, they score inside, they make shots. They're just so well-rounded. And then on our end, we've shot a lot of threes this year. Haven't gotten to the foul line as much as Iowa has, but we take a lot of threes, and it's kind of something we've worked on a lot with having some shooters around.
So with you having the scout for this game and you look at the Nebraska tape the other night, what does it tell you? Every team goes through a shooting woe or a slump.
You watch it just to kind of see. Obviously, Murray misses a few games, his first game back. We just have so much respect for Iowa and Coach McCaffrey. Like, our guys are going to be ready. Like, we know how capable they are and the way they play. So we had 2 battles last year and a double overtime game here. So we saw a lot of points in that one. But I think you just watch the body of work. You just know Iowa's so deep. You have so many talented guys, older guys that have been around a long time that, those are guys they know how it works in college basketball. They know how to respond.
Coach, you go 5 guards on occasion on the floor. Now, they're big guards, but it's kind of a unique occurrence in college basketball. It's kind of refreshing to see. What else has been key to your 10-win start?
Coach Shrewsbury's done an amazing job building the roster when he got here in his second season. We joke a lot of times our center's 6'4", and we post him up. But he did a great job of attacking the portal, doing a great job of bringing in freshmen that fit how he wants to play. And I think that's what we're seeing this year. The difference is guys that he recruited, guys that wanted to be at Penn State that fits his system.
It's amazing we got the 2 best teams in the country at taking care of the basketball, assist to turnover.
Yeah, I hope it stays that way today on both sides. But, Iowa they get so many extra shots than their opponent. So that's something, obviously, we talk about. And, we had a little bit too many turnovers last game for us, and we've got to do a little bit better job of taking care of the basketball. And we're going to hopefully see a lot of shot attempts here tonight.
All right, Scout, your number one key for Penn State facing the Hawkeyes tonight.
Iowa's so lethal in transition. You just watch. They run on makes and misses. We've got to do a great job making sure we set our defense, get back, and then everybody on their team goes to the glass. I think even Coach McCaffrey goes to the offensive rebounds. So we got to do a great job on the boards, and we know that, and that's kind of been their identity. So, again, transition, getting back, trying to stop that pace a little bit, and then finishing plays with a rebound.
Adam, thanks for your time. Happy New Year.
You too, Gary. Great to see you.
Adam Fisher, like Fran McCaffrey, a Philadelphia native. He has all the respect in the world for Coach McCaffrey, and he's not fooled by Iowa's shooting woes at Lincoln. That said, the Hawks look to break out here this afternoon on the road at Penn State. Up next, we're going to hear from Hawkeye head coach Fran McCaffrey. He's presented by your Iowa John Deere dealers. That Illinois-Iowa women's game in Champaign-Urbana has Illinois up by 3, 87-84, with less than a half a minute to play. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Work environment safe? It can be with help from EMC insurance companies. Use our loss control resources for online driver training, tools to avoid slips, trips, and falls, ways to improve workstation ergonomics, techniques for proper lifting, and so much more. Get safety videos and materials for your employees, all at no additional cost. When you insure your business with EMC. Learn more at emcins.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month per line. Even just one line. Because the only way to make the greatest gift of all even greater is not having to add more lines than you need to get it. Visit us in-store or online to get one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data today. U.S. Cellular. Locally grown connection. Limited time offer. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Having an emergency fund can help you cover an unexpected expense, like cleaning up and rebuilding after a bad storm. At DePaco Credit Union, we've got the right tools and resources to get you on your feet. We want our members to feel the comfort that a life emergency won't become a financial emergency. DePaco cares about your financial well-being. And when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you. Be well. Learn more at depaco.com/be well. Federally insured by NCUA.
MedFarm has a new name. It's Bud and Mary's, a tribute to the founders of their third-generation family business, Bud and Mary. Family-owned, family-operated right here in Iowa. Bud and Mary's was founded through plant science and medical cannabis research that delivers high-quality products that are approved by the Iowa Department of Public Health and tested at the University of Iowa. Explore brands including Batch, Aliviar, and Become. Visit budmary.com.
Mullet's, home of the best breakfast in Des Moines, is a proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Locally owned, Mullet's Fun Riverside Bar and Grill is famous for their own special Bloody Mary mix and serving up a delicious full menu for breakfast and lunch. And this local treasure is expanding with franchise opportunities available. From dine-in to private parties to catering, you too can enjoy Mullet's, celebrating all things about the hairstyle that's business in the front and party in the back.
Welcome back to the Bryce Jordan Center at State College, where the Hawkeyes and Penn State will tip off Sunday afternoon basketball shortly. You know, for Iowa's shooting troubles of late, the Hawkeyes ranked second in the Big Ten and 31st nationally in scoring offense at 81.2. Let's hope that returns today. Time now to hear from the head Hawk, Fran McCaffrey. He's sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers. Iowa coach Fran McCaffrey and the great John Deere dealers of Iowa, including Bodensteiner Implement in Oldvine.
Anybody who follows college basketball knows what they're getting with Iowa's offense. Transition, leads the league in scoring, great shooters, still shooting 45% as a team. So my question is, how deep did the conversation go after Thursday night, or is it just get out there and get jump shots up?
Yeah, you know what, Dolph? I mean, I said after the game, you know, I've never coached a team that got 73 shots up and had 17 offensive rebounds with only 6 turnovers and scored 50 points. So we had, you know, Phillip really played well in the second half in particular, and Chris had 17. But after that, we were 5 for 42. Everybody else, it's hard to win. But what we did was we analyzed our shot selection and our ball movement, which was excellent. We had great shots. We had the right guys shooting the right shots. They didn't fall. There was a stretch maybe where our defense wasn't what it needed to be when your offense is really struggling. But for the most part, I mean, we held them to 66 points. It wasn't like they were, you know, they scored 90 or anything like that. So, you know, you study it and you move on. And different game plan for Penn State, the way they play, they play small, they shoot threes. And that's what makes this league so difficult.
And that had to be the frustrating takeaway, is you were getting good looks based on what I've read and watched.
Yeah, we did. We had great looks, and we were open, and we were not selfish. We knew the way they play defense. You know, they load to the ball, and they're over and help, and they keep it to the side. You got to move it. You got to cut, and we did. And we got good looks, and the ball didn't go in. It was stretch in the first half, or forget about missed threes. We missed a ton of those. We were missing easy, short, close to the basket shots by really good shooters and really good players. So hopefully we'll be better today.
It was still great to get Chris and Connor back on the floor, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, those two are really key to everything that we do, but it was really hard without both of them in the previous game. We need at least one of them. You know, at least against Iowa State, we had Connor without Chris. Getting them both back, and Chris had 17 and 8. Connor was really good with his communication on defense, his understanding of getting people the ball movement. He's penetrating more. You know, his shot wasn't on like some other people, but again, he took really good shots, as did everybody else. But we need him out there.
Hopefully the worm turns today, Coach. Well, it has to. We got the two best teams in the country in assist-to-turnover ratio.
Yeah, these guys, you know, I think they're fourth in the country with number of points off of three-point shots, and that's because, you know, they got, obviously you have Miles Dredd and Seth Lundy, who are really good three-point shooters, but then you add in two transfers, Funk and Winter, and you have Johnson coming off the bench. Pickett can make threes. So they'll downshift and play five guards at times and really just handoff, drive, pick and roll, drive and kick. Post Pickett, who's their point guard, is, you know, as good a low post player as there is in college basketball at 6'4", 210. So he's a handful. But you look at his assist numbers, they're astronomical. He's got 99 assists, which is like 50 more than our top guy. So
I'd say, and part of that, Coach, is I'd say they're experienced. It's the oldest roster in college basketball.
It is, and you know, I think it's a function of the new age of the transfer portal and the NCAA declaring every athlete a free agent, which is mind-boggling to me, but that's what they did. And I'd be willing to bet that that's not what they wanted to do. There were, you know, there's a lot of reasons for it. But with NIL and the transfer portal, you're going to see more and more teams built like this. And Mike has done a really good job of getting those guys to play together, as has Fred this year in particular. Last year's team for Fred didn't connect. They had, on paper, better players, but they were not connected. You know, so it works sometimes it doesn't work, but you're going to see more and more teams, I think, going old. And it's interesting how that's impacting recruiting of high school kids.
Well, let's get a W to start the Happy New Year, Coach. Good luck today.
Appreciate it, Dolph.
Pre-game visit with Fran McCaffrey is brought to you by your Iowa John Deere dealers, including Bowden Steiner Implement. Bowden Steiner Implement, your trusted John Deere dealer with 10 locations in Northeast Iowa to serve you. Up next, Bobby Hansen is back behind the mic. He's got the club car wash. Keys to the game, keys to a Hawkeye victory here at Penn State. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Some companies are very standoffish or very afraid to get directly involved with the repair process. So we will physically take our phone, call the guy we know that can do it, and say, hey, I'm standing at this address. I need somebody to come over here and pull this limb out of this house. A lot of companies won't do that.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And we bring that sense with us that we can fix it. That's the biggest thing we do for them.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
The Hawkeyes know a successful season demands a powerhouse team with a can-do attitude. So does Case IH. We're committed to developing the most powerful, productive, and reliable equipment. From tillage, planting, and harvesting to hay and forage, Case IH equipment makes every shot count and wins. Check out a leading lineup by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen back at Penn State, Iowa, and the Nittany Lions about to tip off around 4:30 Iowa time. Bobby's up next with his club car wash, keys to a Hawkeye victory. First, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa Basketball. Hawkeyes are roaring into Omaha on KOBM 1420 AM and KOBM 106.5 FM. Also in southwest Iowa in Red Oak. The Hawks are home at KOAK FM at 102.3 AM at 1080. Up in Fort Dodge, it's KIAQ 96.9 FM and KVFD 1400 on the AM dial. In Burlington, KBUR AM and FM 1490 and 99.3. And in Marshalltown, KFJB 93.9 FM 1230 on the AM dial. Of course, our flagship stations are WHO AM 1040 in Des Moines and Cedar Rapids WMT AM 600. Now, Bobby's keys to the game are sponsored by Club Car Wash. Club Car Wash invites you to head to clubcarwash.com, where for just $20 a month, you can have an unlimited membership. There's no better time to join the club. Visit clubcarwash.com and find a location nearest you. How can the Hawkeyes whitewash the Nittany Lions, Robert?
Well, Gary, number one key that I have here is have a sharp memory. Move forward. New day, new year. Learn from the past games. What didn't go well? What did go well for you? And come out here this afternoon with some fresh, new energy. It's no time to feel sorry for yourself. Nobody cares. What's done is done. There's a ton of basketball ahead, so you really got to flush what has happened in the past and come out here tonight or this afternoon with some renewed defensive energy, rebound the basketball, and share the ball, I think, is the most important thing. Part of that moving forward is stay together. When you hit a rough spot, you got to circle the wagons and remain together as a team. So number one key is move forward and play some good basketball. The second key is going to be their star for Penn State, Jalen Pickett. He is number 22. He's a graduate transfer a couple of years ago, came over from Siena. He's a do-it-all guard, one of the best in the Big Ten. He averages almost 17 a game, 7.5 rebounds, a league leader in assists at almost 8 assists a game. He will back you down, play a little bully ball. When you double team him, you come with a double team, he'll cross court, find his shooters, and they got some shooters, in particular Miles Dredd, Seth Lundy, and Andrew Funk. So second key is zero in on Jalen Pickett, make life tough on their lead guard. The third key is going to be the three-point line. They got the top 2 three-point shooters in the conference. Miles Dredd shooting at a 47% per game, and Andrew Funk's at 42%. They are 1 and 2 in the Big Ten. So Funk almost makes about 3 a game. Miles Dredd, he makes 2.5 threes a game. In addition to defending the 3, the Hawks will need to step up and make some threes on their own when they're open. So shoot it with confidence. When you got it, move it and step up there and don't hesitate. Knock them down. You do those 3 things here, you'll walk out of Happy Valley a happy team with a victory.
Plain and simple. 94 feet, baseline to baseline. Hawks get pinned in there with Penn State shortly, and they need to make their shots. Bobby's Keys to the Game are brought to you by the official car wash of the Iowa Hawkeyes. That is Club Car Wash with unlimited membership starting at just $20 a month. There's no better time to join the club. Find them at clubcarwash.com. University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or urgent care locations throughout the Iowa City Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare is proud to sponsor your Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by Grizzly Coolers. Shop now for Iowa Hawkeye, Grizzly Coolers, and drinkware at local retailers and online at grizzlycoolers.com. Grizzly Coolers, bear tough for hunting, fishing, and camping. And built to last for a lifetime of tailgating. Grizzly Coolers. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton, each offering guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. It's where Bobby and I and Ed Podolak stay. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Happy New Year from Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Up next are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups and the Shields colors of the game. That's straight ahead as we count it down to Iowa Penn State. Sunday afternoon, Big Ten basketball. Happy New Year from the Hawks. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Club of Iowa, designed by golf legend Arnold Palmer. TCI is his only signature course in the state. TCI is a public course that offers a challenging yet enticing experience for golfers of all levels and is now managed by Kaler Golf. Cap off your round with breathtaking views and a delicious meal at the Copper Oak Restaurant. Looking for a unique setting for your wedding, party, or outing? Look no further than TCI. Visit tcofiowa.com to book your tee time today.
Don't sit on your lazy assets. Lap up more money with the Lazy Asset Program from Community Choice. Open an Ultra Money Market account and earn up to 2.32% APY, or take advantage of special CD rates up to 3.39% APY. Watch your money take a victory lap. Enroll in the Lazy Asset Program today, only from Community Choice. Go to unbankwithus.com to get started. These could reduce earnings. 90% yield subject to change. Accurate as of October 11, 2022. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 Degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 Degrees. Lennox, 72 Degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Put your personal touch on your next new construction or renovation project with Windsor Windows and Doors. With made in the USA quality, Windsor Windows and Doors are built to last. To learn more about what we have to offer, stop into Gilchrist Jewett at one of our 6 locations in Iowa.
Back from Penn State, where the Hawkeyes and Nittany Lions will tip it off. I keep saying teeing it up. Must be wishful thinking in January. But basketball is the main dish. Big Ten basketball from State College, Pennsylvania. The Hawks and the Nittany Lions go at 4:30 this afternoon, which brings us to the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. But first, the Hawkeye women went down at Illinois, a final just in from Champaign-Urbana. The Illini now at 13-2 on the season. New coaching staff, new players. They defeat the Hawks and Caitlin Clark 90-86. Iowa ranked 12th, goes down 90-86 at Illinois. Starting lineups are courtesy of Mid-American Energy. No matter what type or size business you own, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to the bottom line. Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. Mid-American Energy. Our officiating crew of referee Brian Dorsey and umpires Rob Riley and Terry Oglesby will take a look at these starting lineups for the Penn State Nittany Lions. on the season to this point, 10-3, 1-1 in conference play under second-year head coach Micah Shrewsbury. At a forward, Seth Lundy, 6'6", senior, 220 pounds, Paulsboro, New Jersey, Roman Catholic High School in Paulsboro. By the way, this is the oldest, most seasoned roster in college basketball. A lot of these names you're going to recognize with the COVID year. Many of them are in their sixth, certainly their fifth, and most of them in their sixth year, including Seth Lundy, who we've watched grow as a Lion for a number of years. 14.7 rebounds a game for Seth. Also to forward, Keba Jai, 6'10", 240. Now, he's a freshman out of Centerville, Ohio, averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds. He's the only newbie we can find on this new Penn State roster. Andrew Funk will start at a guard, 6'5", 200-pounder from Warrington, Pennsylvania. He's a transfer from Bucknell and putting up big numbers, 12 points, couple rebounds, couple of assists, shooting 42% from three. Cameron Winter, another sharpshooter, is a 6'2", senior guard, a fifth-year kid out of Hempstead, New York, by way of Drexel University. Grad transfer, 10 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists. He's shooting 92% from the free throw line. And Jalen Pickett at 6'4", 210 pounds, solid lefty, the senior, fifth year from Rochester, New York. And of all places, he's a transfer from Siena, averaging 16.7 rebounds, 8 assists a game. Jalen Pickett crowding a triple-double on average, and he is a solid player. Bobby, he's as good as advertised. He's one of the toughest guards in the league.
Yeah, he really is. Got a different sort of game where he plays with pace. He plays in a change of direction, change of pace. He's a righty, but he's strong. He's got big shoulders. At 6'4", he'll back a smaller guard down. You got to come with a double team. He's a willing passer, leading assist man in the Big Ten.
Penn State will come off the bench with another familiar name, Miles Dredd, a 6'4", sixth-year senior out of Detroit, averaging a little over 8 points and 3 rebounds. Kanye Clary, 5'11" freshman, jet quick out of Virginia Beach. It's a talented roster that Micah Shrewsbury has put together at Penn State. For the Hawkeyes, Philip Rabracha, steady Eddie, 6'9", 230, fifth year out of the University of North Dakota and Sombor, Serbia. Philip is averaging 14 points, 9 rebounds, and shooting 61% from the field. Aaron Eulis at a guard, 6'3", junior from Chicago Heights and Marian Catholic. AU is averaging 6 points, 3 assists. Tony Perkins at the off guard, the shooting guard, 6'4", junior from Indianapolis. Tony's at 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Patrick McCaffrey, 6'9", 205-pound redshirt junior from Iowa City West, is at 13 points, 5 rebounds. And Chris Murray, good to see him back in the lineup, obviously. The 6'8" junior, 220-pounder from Cedar Rapids Prairie. Threw in 17 at Nebraska the other night. He's averaging on the season after a 4-game absence with that foot injury. He's averaging 19 points and 10 rebounds. Josh Agundale is not here. He tweaked a knee in practice on Friday, did not make the trip out here. So the Hawks lacking some bulk in the middle, and hopefully that doesn't hurt him. Now, Penn State is not a good rebounding team because they play all those guards, so the Hawkeyes should be able to handle them on the backboard today, and that's important. Desante Bowen, Josh Dix, they will play, and maybe Riley Mulvey gets a chance to come off the bench today. Those are the Hawkeyes starters and reserves, and those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups, courtesy of Mid-America. Obsessively, and relentlessly at your service. Now the colors of the game, courtesy of Shields. Our friends at Shields will note the Hawkeyes are wearing their road gray with the gold trim. Road uniform we don't see very often, but very prominent, very good looking. The Hawks in their road gray with the gold and black shoes and the gold trim. As for Penn State, the traditional home white with the blue trim. Those are the school colors. Check out Shields for all your Hawkeye gear. Shields with you in Des Moines, Sioux City, Iowa City, and Cedar Falls. The opening tip coming up, Iowa, Penn State. That's next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakmall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When did business insurance become one size fits all? At EMC Insurance Companies, we've known for more than 100 years that businesses have unique needs. It's why from coast to coast, we provide insurance packages that are designed and tailored specifically for nearly 500 different types of businesses. Add our expert loss control and quick claim services, and you can see why customers count on EMC to help protect what they've built. Find an EMC agent near you at emcins.com.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. It's for the fans. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Hyatt Regency, caring for people so they can be their best. And by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. It's game time.
Steal off the 1-2-2 and a dunk by Chris Murray.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Now let's join Gary Dolphin for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Welcome back to the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, Pennsylvania, where we're getting ready for Iowa Penn State Big Ten basketball. Nothing better or bigger than the Big Ten. Glad you could join us on this happy New Year's Day, January 1st. Hawks trying to get the 2023 calendar off on the right foot with a bounce-back victory after a 2-game losing streak at Nebraska and at home to Eastern Illinois. Iowa now being introduced. Far from a full house, but a nice crowd on this late Sunday afternoon. A lot of somber faces after the Philadelphia Eagles lost to the New Orleans Saints, but the Eagles enjoying a great year. They're going to be in the playoffs at 13-3 now. The Saints still have an outside chance at making postseason. We shall see. But for now, it's Hawkeye basketball. Happy birthday, Ellie Hansen. She's the youngest, isn't she?
She'd be the baby.
She'd be the baby. I'm not going to mention her age.
She'd love to have you mention her.
Would she?
Age. She's 29.
29. Well, she's still below 30. That's why.
Exactly.
Now, is she in Chicago too?
Ellie and Ryan are in Chicago. Yeah, getting married in April down in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, it's a big year for the Hansen family.
That's what we got to concentrate on when we get this basketball season over with. But happy birthday to the baby.
29. I remember when she was at Iowa as a student. She'd come on over to Carver and give us a hug on game night. And well, she looked 14 then, but she's kept her youthful looks. And happy birthday, Ellie. I'm not going to ask about the other two. I know they're doing fine.
Been going back and forth all day in our
Carly
little
and
text
Bailey.
chain.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, the three girls, Mary and Bobby, wish everybody a happy New Year's, as does the Dolphin family. We got some sad news, Bobby, to pass along from the Hawkeye basketball family. Sympathies to Tyler Bowen, brother of Ryan Bowen, of course, and to Tyler and he and his family, daughter Brooke and son Brent. They lost mom and wife Sue Bowen a couple days back following some surgery. Tyler is the brother of former Hawkeye great Ryan Bowen, of course, who we had the pleasure of calling games in the late 90s under Tom Davis. Ryan presently serves on the staff of the Denver Nuggets. Tyler Bowen and family, they live out in the Sioux Falls area, so please keep the Bowens in your thoughts and prayers. What a terrible tragedy that was, losing Sue after some surgery. Not sure what the cause of the death is, but it doesn't matter. A young woman in the prime of life.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. And thoughts and prayers to the entire Bowen family. What a great family down there from Fort Madison. And we had the pleasure of calling Ryan's games, and then he was on the staff early with Fran McCaffrey, and then made the jump up to the NBA. So to his brother Tyler, it'll be some tough days ahead, but prayers go up for strength and comfort in the days ahead.
Hear, hear. Hawks and Penn State getting ready to tip off. The Hawkeye women dropped a 90-86 decision at Illinois down in Champaign-Urbana earlier this New Year's Day. Yesterday, of course, great win for the Hawkeye football program, 21-0, a shutout of Kentucky. The first shutout in a bowl game by a Big Ten team since 1999. And that certainly salved the wounds of last night. TCU with a big lead, then held on to edge Michigan 42-41, while Ohio State had a 2-touchdown lead on Georgia in the fourth quarter. And there's a reason the Bulldogs are ranked _1 as they rallied back to beat Ohio State 42-41. That was the score of that game. TCU beat Michigan 51-45. That's amazing. That Michigan defense is as good as advertised. And for Max Duggan, the pride of Council Bluffs, and
Lewis Central.
Yeah, TCU to put 51 on the Wolverines. That was shocking. We were watching that in the airport down in Nashville, getting ready to fly up here to State College for today's game. And man, oh man, up and down the field. I watched that TCU Kansas State game a couple weeks ago, and I didn't think I'd ever see anything that topped that for points and drama and excitement. But those two games last night, wow. College football's alive and well.
Yeah, it certainly is. And great job by you and Eddie and Corey of calling that victory.
Oh, thank you, buddy boy.
I enjoyed listening to that. Mary and I did on New Year's Eve before headed to the airport. But, yeah, came away with that 21-0 victory. Congratulations, Coach Ferentz.
Speaking of sympathies, thoughts, and prayers to Jack Campbell and Jack's parents, step-parents, and survivors of that family or members of that family on the loss of his grandfather, tragically killed in a vehicle pedestrian accident near the Vanderbilt campus. I believe it was Thursday night. They were in town to enjoy the bowl game and the festivities, and man, live life for today. But Jack, we're thinking about you, buddy. Yep. The great Jack Campbell. All right, we're underway here in State College, and we have an over and back violation on Penn State to start the game. The ball tipped toward the sideline. Seth Lundy, with both feet on the floor, controlled it, flipped it into the backcourt. and that's an over and back.
Yeah, good call by Brian Dorsey. He had to hesitate for a second as the ball was pinballed around a little bit, but as soon as he jumped to save it and he threw it to the backcourt, that's an obvious over and back. Hawkeye basketball to start the game, and they will get it on the next possession arrow as well.
Rob Riley was questioning Brian Dorsey just to make sure Lundy had possession. He said he did, and so the Hawks get it on the turnover and a chance to get the opening lead. Rebraca swings a pass left side for Tony Perkins. He comes around to deals to Aaron Eulis inside to Rebraca, and his jump hook is good. Banging bodies with 6'10" Keba Jai, and Phillip wins round one.
Yeah, he's still on fire. Shot that one with confidence. Took it right through the chest of the freshman Jai and got the little baby hook with the right hand to drop.
Nice job by Eulis of getting inside to find the open big fella. Here's Penn State back the other way. Andrew Funk. Hawks are man-to-man. Here's Murray guarding Lundy. Lundy takes him in low. Shot is up and in and out. No good. Great defense by Murray. And still Lundy almost got the shot to go. 2-0 Iowa. And the Hawks have the ball. And here's a traveling on Rebraca. Tough pass for Phillip to handle in transition. I think he thought Perkins was going to go to the basket.
Yeah, Tony's got to wait for him to get down there in the low block and maybe post up, give him a 2 count down there, but just the first turnover for the Hawks.
Here comes Penn State back with the ball. Iowa 2-0. We've played 1 minute in Happy Valley. Cameron Winter has the door shut by Rebraca on the switch. Now they ISO with Aaron Eulis guarding Jalen Pickett, and he takes him into the paint and scores up over the top. That's what he does, Bobby.
Yeah, that's what we call bully ball right there. Just drop the shoulder and bully his way in there, and Aaron Eulis held his ground, but Pickett too tough when he gets that deep into the paint.
Hawks transitioning, and a foul called on Penn State. They got Pickett or Jai.
Foul on...
Is it either the big
Jai?
fella? Yeah, yep. It is on Jai. Perkins with a jump shot. No good on the inbounds throw. Penn State with a basketball and a chance to get its first lead of the day. 2-2, Iowa and the Nittany Lions. Here's Pickett. Trips over a teammate who came to set a screen for him. Keeps the ball under control, though. 15 to shoot, 18-20 to play first half. And a 2-2 game. Cameron Winter, one of those transfers, gets it on the wing to Pickett. He throws it away. The big fella Jai was positioning himself on Rebraca in the paint, and the pass went sailing by him. He wasn't ready for it. 2 turnovers on Penn State early. There's Eulis, swings a pass left wing for McCaffrey. Now along the sideline to Chris Murray. He's harassed by Seth Lundy. Screen from Rebraca. Chris gets inside, step back jumper, no good short. Off the front of the iron, heading the other way with a rebound, Jalen Pickett. 17:50 to play first half. 2-2 game. Both teams struggling offensively to start the game. Pickett, step back jumper, in and out and back in. Over Tony Perkins. Can't play much better defense than that.
No, forced him to fall away with the shot there, but back-to-back baskets by Jalen Pickett.
4-2 Penn State. Murray tries to get the equalizer, and he's fouled by Seth Lundy, who begs to differ, but he got him on the elbow, and good job by Chris taking the fight right to Lundy. Left of the lane.
Yeah, what we got to do to get Chris involved is get him down that low block. He's got an advantage over Seth Lundy. He's got some size on him, got the reach on him, so let's just pound the ball there to Chris until they come up with a stop.
Murray at 81% on the year makes the first. 4-3 Nittany Lions. 17:34 to play first half. Just settling into our seats here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Second free throw is good. Tie game at 4. First 2 points of the night for Chris, 6'8" junior from Prairie High School in Cedar Rapids. Now the Hawks pressure. 3-quarter court. They beat the pressure, and off the kneecap. Up. It's off of Penn State. It is off Penn State. It's Keba Jai out of bounds. Another turnover. Good hands defense by the Hawkeyes. I can't tell if that ball that was slapped off his knee or if Jai just fumbled it.
He put it down the ground. I think he just fumbled it and kicked it out of bounds, and that's 3 turnovers on a team, Penn State, that rarely turns it over.
Good man pressure by the Hawkeyes in the half court. Now Iowa looks for the lead. Perkins drove it in deep, throws it back out top of the circle to Patrick McCaffrey. His 3 is no good. Long rebound to Perkins. He pops it in from 17 feet. That's a 2. Iowa has the lead back at 6-4.
Tony needed that one there to drop, but good rebound. Stayed with the play. Got the offensive board and the putback.
Tony just 1 for 6 at Nebraska the other night. Looking to improve on those numbers. He already has. Here's Pickett. Another step back jumper in the lane is good. Had Rebraca on the switch, and backed up on Phillip and scored. 6-6 game. Here's McCaffrey in the lane for Iowa. Looks for an open teammate and has Aaron Eulis now. 16.5 to play in the opening period. Chris Murray for 3 from the wing. Dips in and out, no good. Rebraca walled off by Keba Jai. Penn State gets the rebound. 6-6 ball game. Here's Pickett looking to add to his total. He's got all 6 Penn State points. As again, Rebraca on the switch. Shot fake, throws to the wing. A 3 is no good by Lundy. Lundy had a wide open look. Cleared by Rebraca. Perkins back the other way to Patrick McCaffrey. It's an open Rebraca left of the lane. A little bit outside of Phillips' range. Puts the ball on the floor. Draws a double team. Looks for an open teammate. Has McCaffrey. Now to Eulis in the corner. Penn State covering up. 15:55 to play in the first half. Here's Perkins driving to the basket. Scores off glass. Strong move by Tony Perkins up over Keba Jai at 6'10".
That's a confident move right there, Tony Perkins. After making the basket, he received the basketball in the right wing and without hesitation went hard to the rim for his second hoop.
2 field goals for Tony. Iowa back in front 8-6. Here's Pickett. Throws it to the wing, driving inside, out of control, and throws it out of bounds. Well, they say it grazed Aaron Eulis on the way out, but Andrew Funk drew a double team, got up off the floor, nowhere to go. Penn State avoids a turnover as the ball touched Iowa on the way out of bounds. The Nittany Lions have it with 12 to shoot coming in. When we return, our first officials timeout on the floor. 15:27 to play in the first half, and the Hawks lead the Nittany Lions 8-6. Attention Hawkeye fans who buy your own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops and compare plans. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner. Oh, I thank you. I meant U.S. Bank. I knew that. U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us. Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders, plus all the regular banking stuff. If only it could make coffee. Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Hawkeye basketball from Penn State. Iowa and Penn State each with 3 field goals. Add in 2 free throws for Chris Murray, and Iowa has an 8-6 advantage, turning Penn State over 3 times here in the first 4+ minutes, Bobby.
Yeah, that's good defense. That's locked in to the scouting report right there, to the game plan that the Hawkeyes have prepared. And I just like the energy, the focus. All 5 guys are connected out there. They're helping each other out and taking away the 3-point shot.
Hawkeye basketball sponsored by Wellmark. Wellmark Insurance. Penn State has 12 to shoot. They bring it in. Here's Pickett. Pickett has all 6 Nittany Lion points. A corner 3, though, on the way and good. A catch-and-shoot 3 by Andrew Funk, and that's what he does.
Yeah, he's there to do one thing, and that is shoot the ball. The transfer from Bucknell. He is a lights-out 3-point shooter.
42% from distance. Penn State has regained the lead. First 3 of the night by either team. It's 9-8 Nittany Lions. 5 minutes gone opening half. There's a whistle and a foul inside on Philip Rebraca.
Tough call right there. Battling Funk inside. I didn't see a lot of extra motion, and he just battling for position, and the referee blows a whistle and emphatically makes a call against Philip.
And Fran McCaffrey is making your point that
come on, man.
No advantage by either guy on position. Pickett with the ball. Penn State with a lead 9-8 off the Rebraca foul. 14 to shoot. Phillip has Pickett on the switch. Pickett takes him in deep, throws it to the corner. Traveling called on Pickett. He's harping that he got shoved in the back by Rebraca. That's 4 turnovers on Penn State. You know, in reality, Pickett picked the dribble up and then had nowhere to go with it.
Yeah, he plays like he's on skates, Gary. He's just always kind of gliding around out there. And that time, good defense on him, forced to travel.
Good description there. Another turnover on the Nittany Lions. Hawks shoot for the lead. Rebraca shot fakes, pushes it up there. No good off the glass. Got the tip. That couldn't go either. And Phillip frustrated. Here comes Penn State back, shooting a 3 in transition. Good. Cameron Winter. He's a transfer from Drexel. Now it's 12-8 Penn State. Back-to-back threes by Funk and Winter. The Hawks need to counter quickly. Perkins, who's got 2 baskets, slides a pass right of the lane to Chris Murray. He draws a double team. Here's Ulis to Perkins, left side. Now top of the circle, Chris Murray. Chris drives inside, throws it back to a trailer, Patrick McCaffrey. Now to Perkins. Jump shot top of the circle. Missed everything. Chris Murray gets the rebound. Gets it up and good before the shot clock went off. The ball didn't draw iron off Perkins' attempt, but Chris Murray happened to be Johnny on the spot, and he created his own position there.
He chased that one down. He knew Tony had to get it up there. He chased it to the front of the rim. It came off on the left side, fell right into his hands. Good alert play, Chris Murray.
12-10. Iowa gets back to within 2, but not for long. Jaden Pickett, again, they're switching Rebraca off on him, and he's taking advantage of that mismatch much quicker than Phillip, who can't keep up. 14-10, that's 8 for Pickett. Here's McCaffrey to a cutting Perkins, and he's latched onto by a defender, and a foul called on Penn State. Don't think it was a shooting foul. It'll be Iowa ball underneath, out of bounds. Peyton Sanford, Connor McCaffrey come in for Patrick McCaffrey and Aaron Ulis. Let's hope Peyton has the hot hand off the bench. 13:09 to go in the first half. It's Penn State 14 and Iowa 10. Nittany Lions have heated up here in the last minute. Here's a jump shot, goods by Chris Murray. Right off the inbounds, a deep corner 3 for Chris. 14-12. It's a long 2. And Chris Murray hopefully warming up.
Yeah, he certainly is. And they ran that play on the little wheel route for the Hawkeyes on the underneath out of bounds play. Chris wide open from about 17 feet.
That's Iowa's first 3. And here's a wild pass to the baseline. Almost got away. But Penn State hangs on to it. Nearly another turnover with 7 to shoot. Good job by Evan Mahaffey saving the turnover. Pickett drives in on Connor McCaffrey. Hits another jump shot.
Wow.
An impossible jump shot. Well, he's a streak shooter, and he's in a zone right now. The transfer from Siena, of all places. Here's a shot blocked away. Rebraca had it swatted away by Mahaffey inside. Back running is Penn State. 16-12. Nittany Lions with a lead. They got to identify Jalen Pickett and get him under control because he's already in double figures. Here's a shot fake by Dredd. A 3 coming from the wing. Good. Got the lucky bounce. Or the shooter's bounce did Andrew Funk. All of a sudden, Penn State's up 7 on the strength of 3 threes. 2 by Funk. Here's Murray driving inside. He scores. Looked like he got fouled too, but no whistle. Mahaffey draped all over him. Now Chris heating up. He's got a half a dozen. Make it 8. 19-14. Iowa's back to within 5 with 11:38 to play in the game. Pickett looking for screens, gets 1, but Connor McCaffrey fights through it. Now to Miles Dredd, way out in the left wing. Here's Funk. He's guarded by Tony Perkins, trying to shut his offensive door. To Dredd. Now right wing. They're going to have to get up a long jumper. Here's a drive inside the paint as I say that, and a score. Cameron Winter took Peyton Sanford deep and hit the 5-footer. Perkins right back for the Hawkeyes. Throws to the trailer, Connor McCaffrey. 21-14 Penn State. Perkins for 3, in and out, no good. Peyton Sanford misses the putback. Weak side rebound and a putback, no good, short. Penn State clears, and here we go the other way. 11 minutes to play in the first half. 21-14. Dredd, shot fake, gets it on the wing to Pickett. His shot is in and out, no good. They finally miss one. Penn State hitting at a hot pace.
Yeah, Sanford, 9 out of 11.
That's pretty good. Peyton Sanford gets it to Perkins. Now they swing it around in front of the Penn State bench to Chris Murray. In he goes. And a pass deflected out of bounds off of Penn State's Mahaffey. It'll stay with Iowa with 15 to shoot. Hawks keep trying to work the ball inside. Penn State, very Nebraska-like, just packing it in down there.
Yeah, they're just packing it in. They're very aware of Chris Murray. When he spins, they're going to be right there on the spin. That I like to start for the Hawkeyes for the most part. You got 8 points from Chris Murray, 4 from Tony Perkins, but somebody's got to step up and stop Jalen Pickett. He's got 10 to lead all scorers.
Penn State has hit 6 of their last 7 shots down the floor. And how long can they keep that up? Hopefully not long. The Hawkeyes will hopefully tighten the defensive hatches when we return. If you need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers, we invite you to visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy saving tips. And when corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment and our health and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag Iowans win, and you could win even more from Iowa corn. 21-14, Penn State with the lead, Iowa with the ball. When we come back, we're halfway through the first half. From State College, this is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Emergency fund can help you cover an unexpected expense, like cleaning up and rebuilding after a bad storm. At DePaco Credit Union, we've got the right tools and resources to get you on your feet. We want our members to feel the comfort that a life emergency won't become a financial emergency. DePaco cares about your financial well-being. When our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you. Be well. Learn more at depaco.com/be well. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you thought starting a business took courage, imagine starting over after a fire, damaging storms, or a cyber attack. When disaster strikes, business owners count on EMC for fast, experienced claim service. Our countrywide network of local offices ensures we're always ready to answer the call, investigate every claim, explain what's covered, and process payments as quickly as possible. Count on getting back to business when you count on EMC.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Welcome back to Wellmark's coverage of Hawkeye basketball from State College, Iowa, and Penn State. Nittany Lions lead the Hawkeyes by 7 at the moment. 21-14 with 10:31 to go in the first half. With Bobby Hansen, our engineer-producer, Corey Sheets, I'm Gary Dolphin. The Hawks have gone a lot to Chris Murray, as well they should here in the last few minutes, Bobby. Penn State recognizing that, of course, throwing double teams, almost triple teams every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, they're going to shade to his way, no doubt about it. Chris off to a good start with 8 points to lead the Hawkeyes, 3 out of 5 shooting, made both his free throws, but when he passes the ball, square yourself up and get ready to shoot, knock down those threes.
Iowa ball with 10 to shoot. Connor McCaffrey posting up on Pickett inside. Fakes to the lane, comes back to the baseline, now gets a cutting Tony Perkins the ball, and Tony lays it up and in. Good job by Tony, up over the top of a much smaller Dalian Johnson just into the game, and the Hawks are back to within 5. 21-16, 10:10 to go first half. Glad you're enjoying the broadcast on the Hawkeye Radio Network this New Year's holiday. Here's a drive inside by Pickett, hits a cutting teammate, shot is up, no good, but a foul on Iowa. Evan Mahaffey's good-looking player. He's from Moeller High School in Cincinnati. They usually churn out football players from Moeller, but Mahaffey, Bobby, is 6'6", 200 pounds, pure freshman. He's got a body.
He does, yeah. He plays both the positions, guard and forward. That time just a back cut. They found him, went up to dunk the basketball, fouled, missed the dunk, but to the free throw line he goes.
And he makes the first, just a 40% free thrower. Here to this point of the season. 10:01 to go first half. Second free throw good again. Why wouldn't he make 2? 23-16 Penn State. They've kept this lead on the strength of three-point shooting. Peyton Sanford tries to hit a 3, rushed the shot, no good, way off the heel of the iron. And a strong rebound by the Penn State Nittany Lions, Miles Dredd. He is a load at 6'4", 235 from Detroit. Plays a lot bigger than that. Seth Lundy for the Nittany Lions. Throws left wing for Mahaffey. Now left baseline for Pickett. Peyton Sanford taking him on. Pickett's got 10 points. Drives to the top of the circle, then throws it away. Jump pass to the baseline. Nobody home. Evan Mahaffey was the closest to it. 5 turnovers on Penn State. Hawks need to take advantage of that.
Definitely need to take advantage of it, but a good double team came by Chris Murray there to make him force the bad pass there. The Hawks scramble on the backside and, as you mentioned, get the 5th turnover on Penn State.
Hawks have 4 points off Penn State turnovers. And hopefully more as the evening wears on. Josh Dix has come into the Iowa lineup. He's got the ball. Here's Sanford to a cutting Dix. Shot up, blocked off the glass by Mahaffey. He can get up. Here come the Nittany Lions running the other way. Dalian Johnson with it. Doesn't like the odds, so he backs the dribble out. Hawks a little slow getting the shot off inside, and these athletic, quick forward guards for Penn State are blocking them out of there. Pickett for Mahaffey. Missed a cutting Johnson, gets it back to Pickett. Josh Dix takes him on, and Pickett's going to take him one-on-one. Behind the back dribble, high post right, turns, shoots, and misses. Rebounded by Connor McCaffrey. Tough shot, and it almost went in. 8.5 to go in the period. Hawks down by 7. Connor McCaffrey, shot fake, puts the ball between his legs and then throws it away. Pickett dropped off his man into the lane and picked off the pass. Here's a drive and a score off the Iowa turnover by Miles Dredd up over the top of Josh Dix. Penn State has its biggest lead at 9. Tony Perkins took on a double team and drew a foul as the Iowa transition game worked to the tune of 2 free throws. 8:12 to go in the half. Iowa trailing 25-16. Tony Perkins will shoot a pair. Just 1 for 6 at Nebraska the other night. Tony's already surpassed his 1 field goal total. He's a 66% free thrower. Out of the game is Dix, and back in is Patrick McCaffrey. Rabracha returns. Peyton Sanford checks to the bench. Wholesale changes for Penn State as well. Seth Lundy is back in. Oh, Tony misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
He got the first one, Gary. He missed
I'm sorry.
he got the second one, so got 1 out of 2.
Looking at my roster here to see who's come in for Penn State. Winter and Funker back in. 8 minutes to play in the first half. 25-17. Iowa's deficit is 8. Hawks need some stops. 9 to shoot. Dribbling exhibition by Winter, and then he hits the jump shot. Just drove it into the lane, stepped back, and lobbed it up over Rabracha. Connor McCaffrey for 3 in transition. Curls it in. That helps. It was 27-17. Now 27-20. That stops the bleeding. Connor McCaffrey's first long-range jumper of the evening goes in. 7.5 to go till the intermission. Hawks looking for some stops. Here's a hard drive in the lane by Keba Jai. 6'10". He's by far their tallest player on the floor. To the wing and Lundy. Stop and go move around Rabracha. Layup practice, but he missed it. Chris Murray went after the rebound and was elbowed out of the way by Jai, and it goes off Jai out of bounds. Good effort by Chris Murray there, Bobby.
Yeah, he forced that basketball back the Hawkeyes' way as Penn State tried to knock it off Chris, but he went at it, and it'll be Hawkeye ball when we come back.
You don't need in countless insurance companies. You need one insurance company you can count on. That's EMC Insurance Companies. Find your agent at emcins.com. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by U.S. Cellular, bringing locally grown connections all season long. With any phone free for new and current customers. Any phone free courtesy of U.S. Cellular. And Happy New Year from Quickstar. With quick hot savings from Quickstar, you'll find hot deals throughout the store. Check out the savings on produce, Nature's Touch dairy products, and so much more. Quickstar's got your savings covered. Penn State with the lead at 27-20. Iowa basketball, though, when we return to State College, Pennsylvania. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans-win.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
Iowa basketball, the Hawkeyes trailing 27-20. And for good reason, and they're fortunate to be down only 7. Penn State is 11 of 16 as we get back to action with 7 minutes to play in the first half. Right now, the Hawks have the basketball, but they need to improve in the defensive end. We got a foul off the ball. Kabajai bear hugged somebody who was cutting through the lane.
Yeah, Philip Obracha, he is locked up in hand-to-hand combat inside with the freshman Jai, and good call of the referee. Too much contact by the freshman.
Another transfer, a fifth-year, sixth-year senior from Denver University, Michael Henn, comes in for Jai. Here's a shot from the wing. No good, out of bounds. Kicked out by Rebracha. Tough shot on the wing for the Hawkeyes there. A shot attempt. 7 minutes to play in the game. Iowa will full court press with a 1-2-2. See if that can cause more Penn State turnovers. They bring it across. And a foul called on Iowa. They're going to get Chris Murray for bodying up on Andrew Funk, going for the steal. 27-20, Penn State with the ball and the lead. It's like being in church in here, isn't it?
Well, there's not a lot of people here, and it's New Year's Day. Everybody just kind of watching, and not a ton to be cheering for here. There's a few Hawkeyes in here, but the Hawks need a big defensive stop here.
This is a 10-3 Penn State team, and they're talented, and crowd's kind of sitting on their hands right now. Hawks need to take advantage of that. Here's a pass into the corner. Shot fake, a drive to the basket. Shot blocked away by Patrick McCaffrey. Blocked down on Jameel Brown, a 6'4 freshman. Just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Winter got in the lane and decided to pass up the shot and threw it to the corner, and Brown didn't know what to do with it. Now top it comes to three-point shooter Funk. He forces one up and banked it in.
That's unbelievable.
Well, that's the way it's been going for the Hawks in the defensive end. Line drive banker.
With the clock winding down.
Yeah, 30-20. Iowa's down 10. Rebracha hits a cutting Ulis right back to Phillip. He's knocked sideways, no call. Penn State with a rebound. And back the other way we come. Jameel Brown with the basketball. Leaves it on the wing for Lundy. His three is no good. Cleared out by Chris Murray. Hawks down 10, 6 minutes to play first half. Iowa runs to the other end of the floor. Murray's covered up by Funk, who's in a funk as he hit that big three a moment ago. Connor McCaffrey now is going to muscle in on Cameron Winter. Turns, shoots, rattles in and out, no good. Connor had a good look at it from 10 feet left of the lane, but credit Winter with some physical defense. 5.5 to go till the break. Winter comes into a screen for Lundy, gets around Connor McCaffrey, picked up by Philip Rebracha with 12 to shoot, 5:25 to play till halftime. Penn State up 10. Here's a dribbling exhibition by Winter. His wraparound pass into the corner, and a three attempt is no good by Jameel Brown. Run down by Patrick McCaffrey. Into the front court to brother Connor. His three, no good, but a foul called, I think.
Somewhere inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Connor was going to get 3 free throws. Michael Henn inside trying to jockey for position. Gets called for the 7th team foul on Penn State. Hawks are in a 2.5-minute scoring drought. So the Hawks will be shooting the bonus from here on out with 5:12 to play in the half. Chris Murray with a shot high off the glass and down through. Tough shot and a double team, through a double team to boot for Chris Murray. That's big time play.
Another one of those underneath out of bounds plays designed for Chris Murray to come around to the left side with his left hand and softly kissed it off the glass. He's got 10.
Iowa down 8, 30-22 now. Stops and scores for the Hawks. 4:50 to play. Oh, here's a pretty move on the baseline by Pickett, but he missed the jump shot. Little 360 spin move away from the defender, but missed the 5-footer. He's been making some tough shots. Not there. Ulis with it for Iowa. Hawks can get back to within 6 and 5 with a 3-point goal. Patrick McCaffrey throws up a tough shot. A lot of contact there. Provided by Pickett. Pickett with a rebound off the Patrick McCaffrey miss. And now a poke away by Connor McCaffrey to brother Patrick. Connor 2-on-1 the other way. All the way. Shot up. No good by Connor. Rebound at Penn State. Hawks can't pop the lid off the basket, and we're running the other way. Winter drives it all the way into the paint to Funk on the wing. He thought about pulling up for a jump shot. Instead goes back to Winter. Down low to Pickett. Layup good. Great ball movement by Penn State. Excellent job of penetrating by Winter.
Yeah, it was. Under control, too. He looked to shoot the 3 there a couple of times, pulled it back out, and found Pickett underneath on the right side. Pickett now with 12.
Penn State back to a 10-point lead, 32-22. 3:49 to play till halftime. Chris Murray is ISO'd on the baseline, draws a double team as usual. Here's Connor McCaffrey. Now to Ulis right side. Into the corner to Patrick. Inside to Rebraca. He's posted up. Jump hook is good. Tough move by Philip Rebraca, and he talked it down over Michael Henn. Henn's 245. I mean, he is a load. He was leaning on Rebraca, who talked the jump shot down. Iowa trails by 8. 32-24. Looking for a stop. Pickett takes Connor McCaffrey down low and misses the jump shot left of the lane, but a foul on Connor. That'll bring us to an official's timeout on the floor. Iowa down 8, 32-24. Big Ten basketball from State College. Sponsored by Bud Mary's. Getting a medical cannabis card in Iowa. It's as easy as talking to your doctor. Join thousands of Iowans using medical cannabis today. Search budmary.com. budmary.com and learn more. At the game or at home, Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Iowa Hawkeyes. 32-24, Penn State with the lead. Back to State College in a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly MedFarm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Hey burger lovers, this is Jill from the Burger Shed. Have you tried one of our signature handcrafted burgers? You gotta try a fan favorite, the Shed Burger. It comes with in-house smoked brisket, pepper jack cheese, and the Shed's barbecue sauce. For all of our pork lovers out there, you gotta get your hands on the Apocalypse Now Burger, which comes with a pork patty topped with hand-pulled smoked pork, pepper jack cheese, and bacon jam. Burger Shed. Burgers, beers, and a bunch of BS. Bass Pro Drive in Altoona.
Join WMT's 27th Alaska in August. Begin with a 7-night land tour into the heart of Alaska. Then a 7-night cruise through the Inside Passage. Visit Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited website, duagency.com for a brochure.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Hawkeye Radio Network from State College, where Penn State leads Iowa 32-24. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Jalen Pickett, who leads everybody on the floor with 12 points. He's hit 6 shots in 9 attempts. He now gets a couple free throws, courtesy of Connor McCaffrey, and the first one rattles around and finally drops down through. Played at Siena, where Coach McCaffrey ran the program for a number of years. Second free throw is good. 80% free thrower is Pickett. He's been at Penn State for a couple years now. Penn State again by its widest margin of 10, 34-24. Perkins back for the Hawkeyes. It's Perkins and Murray, both McCaffreys and Rebraca. Patrick for three, no good. He has yet to score. 13-point scorer, and he's now 0 for 3. With 2:55 to play in the half, Penn State up 10 with the basketball. Here's Winter, Funk. And they swing it around left side for Miles Dredd. Now a drive down the left side of the lane and a score by Andrew Funk. Another transfer. He's in double figures with 11. Pickett with 14 leads Penn State. Murray has 12 to top Iowa. 36-24. Penn State now with its biggest lead of the first half. Here's a reach-in foul on Pickett on Rebraca, and Phillip will shoot the 1-and-1. Just the first foul on Pickett. And Rebraca at 58% from the foul line will shoot the one and hopefully the bonus. Now's your chance to make a difference, Hawk fans. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa men's basketball to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. That's iowaswarm.com. Phillip makes the first, therefore rewarded the second. Big number 0 has 6 points on the day. Makes the second. Iowa back to within 10. Needing stops here before the intermission. 2:25 to play. 36-26. 1-2-2. Penn State works it across. Deep three. Good again by Andrew Funk. Wow.
Saw him do this versus Illinois, down in Illinois. The kid is a lights-out shooter. You got to pick him up at half court.
Well, he's 5 for 5. I'd say that's pretty good. 14 points. Here's Patrick McCaffrey with a step-back jumper in the lane. No good. That's rebounded by Penn State and knocked away by Tony Perkins. Touched last by Tony. Good hustle by Cameron Winter and Perkins off of Tony. And another missed jumper for the Hawkeyes. They're 10 for 29. That's 34.5%. Penn State shooting 15 for 24, or 62%. Iowa down 13 with 1:40 to go till halftime. Oh, here's a give and go and an easy layup for Funk again. What a pass by Mahaffey. Great assist. Little give and go on weak side basketball.
16 now, Andrew Funk.
41-26. Connor McCaffrey loses the dribble. 2-on-1 the other way, and then Chris Murray hustles back on defense. Great effort by Chris Murray. And he got in the eyesight of Mahaffey, who lost the ball out of bounds.
He was timing him up, too. He was going to swat that thing into Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, had he got it up there, but kicked it out of bounds.
Bethlehem steal. Patrick McCaffrey, a frustrated young man as he heads to the bench. That's the 7th Penn State turnover after Iowa turned it over for the 5th time in the first half. Murray to Perkins. Hawks need to finish the half with a flourish, but there's only 1:06 to play. 41-26 Penn State. Ulis takes a peek inside, now comes and gets a screen from Rebraca to Perkins, back to Aaron. He offers up a three. Iowa needs it badly. In and out, no good. Man, it looked at the bottom of the well and then hopped back out. 48 seconds to play till halftime. Coach Shrewsbury says pull it out, run some clock. Penn State seemingly scoring at will. 41-26, and a whistle. Foul is called on Connor McCaffrey. His second. Trying to guard Pickett. Josh Dix will come in for Connor. He'll have to sit down with those two personals. 37.3 to play till halftime. So they freshen the shot clock to 20 seconds for the Nittany Lions after the foul. Out it comes to Andrew Funk. What a half he's had. Hasn't missed a shot. 6 for 6 with 4 threes. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Aaron Ulis. So the Hawks force a miss. Now looking for a score. Here's a cutting Tony Perkins. Jump hook, no good. Nothing going in for the Hawkeyes. And
Josh
official's timeout. Josh Dix apparently turned an ankle or twisted a knee off the ball. And boy, let's hope that's not
more injuries.
No, let's hope that's nothing serious. He's hurt. Walking off under his own power. Timeout on the floor with 19 seconds to go till halftime. Nothing falling for the Hawks. Iowa 10 for 31, 32%, and 1 of 8 from distance. Penn State 16 of 26, and the Lions have made 5 threes in 9 attempts. 61% shooting, 55% from 3. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch. Stay tuned, by the way, for the halftime show, courtesy of Bud Light. Hawk fans, Bud Light proudly welcomes you to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Now Josh has to come out. Peyton Sanford replaces him.
It appears to be his left ankle. He had the surgery on the right leg, lower leg on the right side.
He's got that covered with a wrap.
Happens to be that left ankle. He'll be okay.
Brad Floyd, the best in the business, will work on that at halftime. 16 seconds to go. Here we go. Iowa looking to get a stop and go to the locker room trailing by 15. 41-26. Winter just dribbling out around the top of the circle. Now throws into the corner as a long 3 and good at the buzzer by Miles Dredd. That's the half. Penn State 44, Iowa 26. Bud Light halftime show is next. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
This has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. Hawkeye basketball is brought to you by EMC Insurance. You've worked hard for it. Now count on EMC Insurance companies to protect it. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Bud & Mary's, medical cannabis farmed and formulated in Iowa. And by Bud Light, it's for the fans. This is the Budweiser Halftime Report.
Gary Dolphin with Bobby Hansen. State College, Pennsylvania is where we're opening 2023. And it hasn't been good for the Hawkeyes. It's rather gloomy. Iowa shooting woes continue. 10 for 31 in the first half as Penn State has built a 44-26 lead on the strength of 2 players, Andrew Funk and Jalen Pickett, scoring 30 of their 44 points. Andrew Funk, who transferred in from Bucknell in the offseason. Fifth-year senior out of Warrington, Pennsylvania. Hit 6 of 7 shots. He's a long-distance shooter. 6 of 7 from the field, 4 threes and 16 points. Jalen Pickett with 14. He had the hot hand early, driving inside on the Hawkeye guards. And the transfer from Siena hit 6 of 9 shots. He's got 14 points at the half. Nobody else with more than 5. For the Hawkeyes, Chris Murray has 10, 7 for Tony Perkins, 6 for Philip Rebracha. That's been it. In fact, only 4 guys have scored for the Hawks in the first half, who are 10 for 31, 1 of 8 from the field. Penn State, or from 3, I should say. Penn State is 17 for 27 with 6 threes. And the Nittany Lions have built the lead to 18. Still 20 minutes to go. The Hawks have got to come out early, get stops, and make shots, trailing by 18 at the break. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
You're not selling a product, you're selling a promise. When we're subject to horrible winters, hailstorms, windstorms, you learn quick that you really are selling a promise, not just collecting a premium.
An independent insurance agent on doing the right thing.
West Bend's the one company that I would feel confident calling the president of the company. I know he'd pick up the phone and we'd have a conversation.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation? Regardless of the circumstances, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts that understand how much is on the line. Your priorities are our priorities, and we will fight for the solution that best fits your needs. Our experienced trial attorneys will aggressively defend your rights in court and do everything they can to protect your future by fighting for you. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Do you want to play an integral part in helping the Hawks win championships? Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa football and the Iowa men's and women's basketball programs to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Your tax-deductible Swarm donation will compensate our Iowa student athletes for working to further the missions of local charities such as the United Way, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and more. Go to iowaswarm.com for more information and make Iowa athletics the place for our student athletes to experience the thrill of winning championships.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Life on the road in the Big Ten, never easy, and it's certainly been rough for the Hawkeyes the first half here, trailing Penn State. Big Ten basketball to open the new year, 44-26 at the half. Our halftime coverage courtesy of Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light. Hawk fans, Bud Light is proud and welcoming, letting you come back to Carver Hawkeye Arena, encouraging you to come back to Carver Hawkeye Arena and support your Hawkeyes. Bud Light is for the fans. The Hawks are home next Thursday night against the Indiana Hoosiers, picked to be one of the favorites for the conference title this year. Indiana comes to Carver Thursday night. Tickets available. Just check in at the Hawkeye ticket office with Jess Rickardson and his staff. 1-800-IA-HAWKS, 1-800-IA-HAWKS, or HawkeyeSports.com. Thanks to United Healthcare for teaming up with the Hawkeyes this season to celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. United Healthcare is a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics and Hawkeye Basketball. Time now for the halftime stat recap, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Cold shooting for the Hawkeyes. 10 of 31. Just one three-point goal, that by Connor McCaffrey in 8 tries. Iowa has been out-rebounded by Penn State 19-13. The Hawks led by Chris Murray's 10, 7 for Tony Perkins, 6 for Philip Rebracha. Only 4 Hawks scored in the first half. for Iowa. For Penn State, 17 of 27 with 6 threes. 44-26, Penn State leads, and led in scoring by Andrew Funk's 16, including 4 3-point goals, and 14 for Jalen Pickett. He's 6 of 9 from the field. 7 points for Cameron Winter, another transfer. 5 for Miles Dredd. He's been around a couple years, in a basket for Evan Mahaffey. Iowa has turned the ball over just 4 times. 7 turnovers for Penn State. Many of those came early. The Nittany Lions have settled down and taking care of the basketball, and they're really guarding the Hawkeyes. Points in the paint, Penn State with 18, Iowa with 12. Again, that has a lot to do with the ability of Pickett to drive the ball. He and their other guards, who have been good too, especially Cameron Winter, are finding open teammates. Those are the key facts and figures on the game. Penn State is led by as many as 18 and lead by 18 at the break. There's only been 3 ties and 3 lead changes, most of those coming early. That's the Hy-Vee halftime stat recap. How are the Hawks doing at the foul line, courtesy of Latham Seeds? The charity stripe recap brought to you by Latham Seeds. Iowa's doing very well. They made 5 of 6 in the first half, just not enough field goals. Penn State made all 4 of their free throw attempts. That's the charity stripe recap, a product of Latham High-Tech Seeds. The Hawks have a diverse combination of talent, and at Latham High-Tech Seeds, you'll find the most diverse portfolio in the industry. Diversify for success at lathamseeds.com. We'll have a scoreboard next, courtesy of U.S. Bank. At the half, Penn State 44, Iowa 26. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy 1 free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now kids can eat free.
Have you heard about this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with 0 sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering 1 line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data. That's right, 1 line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month per line. Even just 1 line. Because the only way to make the greatest gift of all even greater is not having to add more lines than you need to get it. Visit us in-store or online to get 1 line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data today. U.S. Cellular. Locally grown connection. Limited time offer. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We're at halftime at State College. Work to be done. Penn State 44, Iowa 26. The Hawkeye women dropped a 90-86 decision at Illinois this afternoon, as Caitlin Clark did her part as usual. 32.7 assists. She had 7 threes. Sonano with 24 and 6. Warnock with 17 and 6. But Iowa loses at Illinois 90-86. Up next for the Hawkeyes. We'll check that out and get an update as to when their next game is. Meanwhile, other Big Ten scores for the men. Michigan rolling Maryland 70-35 with 6.5 minutes to play in that game. Drake lost on the road to Missouri State 52-49. The Hawkeye women next play at Michigan. That's next Saturday on January 7th. Finals in the NFL today. Atlanta beat Arizona 20-19. Detroit pummeled the Bears 41-10. The Chiefs edged Denver 27-24. New England 23-21 over Miami. The Giants walloped Indianapolis 38-10. New Orleans surprised Philadelphia 20-10. Tampa Bay 6 better than Carolina 30-24. The Browns win again over Washington 24-10. Jacksonville beat Houston 31-3. That's our abbreviated U.S. Bank scoreboard. Iowa down 18. Second half about to start here at Penn State. And we're coming your way courtesy of U.S. Bank since 1863. U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today at usbank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CR-V. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
New Hondas are arriving daily at your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, Hawkeyes fans, the wait is over. The Iowa men's and women's basketball teams are back on the court, and Shields has everything you need to cheer on your favorite players all season long. Take your game day gear to the next level with Shields Fan Shop. We have an unmatched lineup of gear, including jerseys, hats, hoodies, and more to help you show off your team colors. So gear up, Hawkeyes fans, and celebrate all season with Shields, a proud partner of Iowa basketball and hoops fans everywhere.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
As we go to the second half, time for John Deere's sponsorship of our Hawkeye assistant coach. He's with Bobby Hansen. It's Matt Gatens who had the scout on today's game. Iowa trailing by 18 to Penn State.
Matt, life's never easy on the road when you go out here in the Big Ten, and two guys are hurting you, Andrew Funk and Jalen Pickett.
Yeah, they're good players, good team. The disappointing thing is, we've obviously talked a lot about them, and they're good shooters, and we really hammer that home. And they've gotten a few clean looks, but I thought we did some good things. But we got to guard our yard, sit down, and take some pride in that, and then start making some shots on the other end. But I think that'll come.
Yeah, what was the message as you left the locker room here to the kids?
Main thing, attack these first 5 minutes. So we got to come out strong, win these first 5. But be connected and believe in ourselves, and we can get it done.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Win the first 5, and the Hawkeyes are off to a good start here. Patrick McCaffrey driving it hard to the basket. We didn't see PMAC do that in the first half, Bobby. He's rewarded with 2 free throws, missed the jumper. But Iowa has a chance to win this first 5 minutes, or at least get off or out of the gate on a positive note.
Yeah, chip away. And Patrick's outside shot not dropping right now. He did the right thing. He's get to the basket. He's a 90% free throw shooter, knocks down the first of 2. So let's see more of that aggressive attacking of the rim.
Andrew Funk got caught with the reach. Patrick makes the first 12 seconds into the second half. Hawks get both free throws courtesy of Patrick McCaffrey, and there's a start. 44-28 Nittany Lions. Ulis, Patrick McCaffrey, Philip Rebracha, Chris Murray, and Tony Perkins on the call for Iowa to start the second half. Winter works it across the timeline for the hot shooting Andrew Funk. Now to Pickett. Into the corner to Lundy. His deep 3, no good. Iowa gets a rebound, so a score and a stop to start the second half of the Hawks. Here's Perkins to a trailing Patrick McCaffrey. Left-handed dribble. Takes it around near baseline. Left baseline. Top of the circle, Murray swings it around weak side for Ulis. Ulis to Tony Perkins in front of the Iowa bench. Now to Chris Murray. Murray drives it down the middle of the lane, drops a pass off to a trailing Rebraca, who dunks it in and is fouled to boot. Iowa 4-0 start to the second half. 1 minute gone, and it's 44-30. And a three-point play here would give Hawkeyes much needed momentum, and Micah Shrewsbury, sensing that, calls a timeout 1 minute into the second half.
Yeah, and 1 minute into the second half, the Hawks come out with some energy. Good pass that time by Chris Murray. He took 3 defenders with him, Gary, and found Phillip underneath, and Phillip went up hard where he's been to have some tough luck at the rim. This time he went up hard, hammered it down, and fouled. Timeout
on the floor with Iowa down 44-30. Bobby's visit a moment ago at Matt Gatens, sponsored by your Iowa John Deere dealers like Van Wall Equipment in Denison. Van Wall Equipment, one of the great Iowa John Deere dealers and a proud sponsor of Hawkeye basketball. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Windsor Windows and Doors are designed and manufactured to give you an inspired look for your next new construction or remodeling project. As your local Windsor distributor, Gilchrist Jewett is here to help you get the right fit for your style and performance needs. We offer the full line of made in the USA Windsor windows and doors, including wood-clad, cellular PVC, and vinyl products. To get your next project started, stop into Gilchrist Jewett at one of our 6 locations in Iowa.
Bobby Hansen here for the Better Business Bureau. Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you, got ripped off, didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hawkeyes trying to rally back here to start the second half, down 18 at the half. Patrick McCaffrey with a drive and 2 free throws to start the second period, made them both, and now after a stop, the Hawks have scored with Philip Rebraca inside, plus he gets an and one. Iowa's a chance to get out of the gate here in the second half with a 5-0 run. 44-30 Penn State, 19:01 to go in the game. Miles Dredd has come into the game for Penn State. Rebraca's free throw, he talked it down. Good job, Philip Rebraca. He's got 9 and has made all 3 of his free throws. 44-31. Another stop in order? We hope so, as the Hawkeyes get back on defense in the 1-2-2. Here's a pass, Winter to the center of the floor for Miles Dredd. To Pickett, thought about a 3, instead puts it on the floor. Drives it in on Ulis. Now to the wing. Here's a 3, good. Cameron Winter. 7 threes for Penn State in 12 attempts.
That's their game, Gary. We talked about it, and they're making them.
Perkins responds with a drive down the left side of the key, and he knocks it in off the window. That's a 2. 47-33, Nittany Lions. Well, both teams scoring now. Here's Winter. Get your hand in his face. Rebraca has him on the switch. He drives inside, lost the ball on the way up, made a great move to get around Rebraca, and then as he went up for the jump shot, it just came away from his grip. Now here the Hawks back. Chris Murray is tied up inside as Chris
triple team
brought the ball down to his waistline, and it'll go over to Penn State. The alternating arrow. Yeah, they're just swarming around Chris every time he touches the ball.
Well, you have to. I mean, he's an All-American candidate, and that time he caught the high pass, had to bring it down to pull it into possession, and Penn State to tie up.
Too bad. The Hawks had a chance to get to within 12, and got to hope for another stop. Here's Dredd with a pass to a cutting and a driving and a scoring Seth Lundy. Another veteran. Yeah, well, they got some veterans out there. Ulis almost threw it away, gets it back, and scores. Jump shot in the paint. Good job, Aaron, just inside the free throw line. 49-35. Iowa trails by 14. 2.5 minutes gone in the second period.
Yeah, maybe that'll get Aaron Eulis going. He hadn't had a basket in a few games, so that's good to see him get one.
He has struggled. Cameron Winter with it. Drives in around Rebraca. Nice bounce pass into the lanes. Shot up, blocked away by Chris Murray. Challenged by Seth Lundy, and Murray says, get it out of my neighborhood. Now the Hawks are running the other way and throw it away. Perkins tried to thread the needle through heavy traffic. Here comes Penn State trying to run. Far corner, Seth Lundy. Hawks catch up. Lundy shoots a three and scores. Patrick McCaffrey right in his face. He's hit 2 from there. Shooting 41% on the year from 3. And just like that, Penn State opens it up back to 17. 52-35. Here's Perkins inside. Nice backdoor cut from the weak side. And a good find by Murray. Layup for Tony. 52-37. Hawks cannot get into a habit of trading baskets, though. 16:28 to play in the game. Clock not a factor yet. Jalen Pickett, who had a big first half, drives the ball in on Rebraca, but Phillip, good job moving his feet, staying with Pickett. Pickett throws it to a teammate, now gets it back. He's doubled inside. Here's a three on the way by Winter. No good. Kicks long to Perkins. 2-on-2 the other end. Patrick McCaffrey with a nice catch to a cutting Chris Murray, and he's fouled. Block. That's the right call. Blocking call. Chris may have taken a knee in the thigh. Let's hope not. He's got that bad foot. And he ran into a powerful man in Miles Dredd, who's 235 pounds. Was he inside the block charge circle?
I would think so, Gary. He was pretty deep when he fell underneath the rim there when Chris went hard for the basket. 2 shots coming for Chris.
16:01 to play in the game. Chris is okay. Goes to the free throw line. Free throw good. Murray, Iowa's leading scorer with 11. Actually, he and Perkins both with 11. 9 for Rebraca. Phillip gets a breather now. He comes out in favor of Connor McCaffrey. Second free throw by Chris is good. Hawks are back to within 13. 52-39. They've chopped 5 points off that deficit from halftime. Cameron Winter comes out of the game in favor of 6'6" Evan Mahaffey. Freshman works the ball down the floor on Tony Perkins. Tony swiping away at it, and they gets called for a reach-in foul. Timeout on the floor. 15:53 to go in the game. Iowa showing some life here early in the second half, trailing 52-39. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular. Locally grown connection. Limited time offer. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Businesses like yours count on EMC insurance companies for protection with the standard coverage they need. But EMC agents go further, tailoring coverages with the specialized products and services every unique company requires, including yours. EMC has insurance solutions for nearly 500 types of businesses. So whatever your specialty is, count on EMC to protect it. Visit EMCINS.com to find your local agent.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination. More Hawkeye basketball courtesy of Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield. Iowa down 18 at the half, trying to climb back even closer. They've chopped the deficit to 13 to start the second half with not quite 4.5 minutes gone. It's 52-39 Penn State. Penn State with the most seasoned, oldest roster in college basketball. All these transfers, all these 5th, 6th year guys, including Seth Lundy. What was it Peyton Sanford said about, Miles Dredd. Well, you could say it about half their roster, but what Peyton say?
When you're on the airplane, we were talking about how old they are, and everybody is a senior plus, a grad guy, and he's like, I remember driving around with my family listening to the games when I was in 8th grade, and Miles Dredd was, you guys were talking about him as a freshman at Penn State.
Well, we might have been. That's not an exaggeration. Nor is 8 of 14 from 3 for Penn State, Bobby.
No, we got to cover that three-point line the rest of this game. Run them off and make them put the ball on the floor.
Wouldn't be so bad if the Hawks were keeping up, but Iowa 1 of 8 from distance. But they're back to within 13, now needing a stop. Penn State basketball. Mahaffey, they throw it into the corner. Another 3-ball attempt, no good. A miss from deep in the right wing by Miles Dredd, the aforementioned Miles Dredd. Now the Hawks try to take advantage of it. A 3 would get Iowa back to within 10. Can the Hawks catch fire from distance here in the second half? Ulis peering inside, waiting for Tony Perkins. He's posting up low. Ulis instead takes it in himself, throws up a tough shot in heavy traffic and misses. Good defense by Penn State's Cameron Winter. So the Penn State Nittany Lions get a stop. 15:09 to play in the game. Here's a steal by Perkins, knocked away and retained by Penn State. Nope. Oh, well, yeah, they do. They get a foul called on Iowa. Philip Rebracha. Boy, good effort defensively by Iowa, but a re-steal by Penn State leads to a foul on Rebracha.
I think they got Connor, Gary. His third. He'll have to come out of the game for Peyton.
Oh, excuse me. I thought, well, yeah, Rebracha's not even in the game. Well, I saw the 0. I missed the 3. Connor McCaffrey heads to the bench. And in for him is Peyton Sanford. Here's a 3 on the way. No good.
Push.
And a push off on Mahaffey. That's easy to call. He shoved off on Chris Murray. Well, I like the defensive effort, Bobby, by Iowa here.
Certainly giving you the effort, no doubt about it. Got to keep rebounding. And for an offensive team, Gary, we've got to find a way to get some buckets here as the Hawks on 39.
14 for 36 is Iowa. That's got to change, 38%. How about right now? Perkins ISO'd on his defender. That's Seth Lundy. Here's Ulis. Patrick McCaffrey. 8 to shoot. Chris Murray, who's been unable to get going today. He's bodied up on by Pickett. Now to Perkins. Step back 3. That's a force 3. Hits the front of the iron. No good, but heck of an effort. Saved by Chris Murray. Patrick McCaffrey for 3, and it's good. Left of the circle. Should credit half that basket to Chris Murray.
He chased it down, no doubt about it. The Tony Perkins shot luckily hit a little bit of the front iron. Chris went and gobbled it up, and Patrick the 3.
All the way is Mahaffey, and he scores. A breakdown in the Iowa defense getting back. 54-42. Penn State's lead is back to 12. Peyton Sanford drives it hard left baseline. Out top for Murray. His 3 is good. Back-to-back 3s by PMAC and Chris Murray. 54-45. Iowa back to within 9. Still 13:40 to play. Lots of time.
Got to play some D here. Get stops. 3 or 4 of them in a row.
Penn State basketball. Here's a drive into the paint by Mahaffey. Long 3 good from the wing. Boy, that guy, Andrew Funk, has killed the Hawkeyes today.
19 points, 5 3-point field goals made.
Transfer from Drexel, or Bucknell, 57-45. Iowa back down 12. But the Hawks have hit back-to-back 3s. Let's see if they can make it 3 in a row. Sanford for Ulis. Left baseline. Backs the dribble out. Well, takes it back in on Mahaffey. Pull-up jumper. Another air ball by Aaron. That's 2 in a row. He's having his struggles measuring the distance of his jump shots. Penn State brings it back. Here's Pickett. Drives it in. Scores on Perkins. Iowa slow to get back on defense. And Penn State goes back up 14. 59-45. That's a 6-0 run by Penn State. Peyton Sanford, quick shooting, misses a 3. Hawkeyes get back on defense with 12.5 to play. Pickett back for Penn State. Jalen Pickett.
Oh, look out.
Drives baseline, scores on Peyton Sanford.
They're just isolating Peyton and getting out of the way.
Pickett, a hard guard. Here's Ulis for 3 from the corner. No good. Chris Murray with a rebound and does a great job of knocking it off of Andrew Funk. 12:15 to go in the game. Peyton's going to come out. Peyton Sanford. favor of Connor McCaffrey. Well, the Hawks had gotten to within 9, but now a 7-0 run by Penn State has pushed the lead back to 16. Iowa trailed by 18 at the half. And with the game back in the firm control of Penn State, Coach Shrewsbury is going to get a couple of his regulars out for a visit. Here's a rest. And at that, Chris Murray promptly responds on the inbounds pass with a 3. Hawks try to rally back, starting to heat up now from 3. That's 4 of 14 for Iowa from distance, 61-48.
Chris Murray now 18 points, back-to-back threes.
At 17 in his return at Nebraska the other night. Pickett around a screen set by Andrew Funk. Funk leads Penn State with 19. Here's a drive inside, a shot short string by Andrew Mahaffey, the freshman. Made a good move, did everything right, but missed the jump shot. Perkins takes it right at Mahaffey at the other end. Jump passes on the wing to Ulis. Crowd thought he traveled. We play on with 11:30 to go. Basket here will get the Hawks closer. Murray, 3 more. No, that's short. Rebounded by the Nittany Lions' Cameron Winter. Back we come the other way with 11:20 to play. 61-48. Penn State by 13. Hawks not going away. They're hanging in tough. Much better defensively at the start of the second half. Pull-up jumper, good by Cameron Winter. And that was a good defensive posturing by Iowa, but Winter hit a tough jump shot. Give him credit. Chris Murray takes it down right of the lane to the basket and a score. 6-8. Lefty scores again. 21 for Chris Murray. Make it 20 for Chris Murray.
Take it every time you get it, Chris.
I'd be feeding that horse.
Yeah.
63-50. 10:40 to go as we're working in on the under 12 officials timeout. A foul on the floor, a blocking foul called on Iowa. Aaron Ulis getting underneath the ball handler. Timeout on the floor. We're brought to you by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Wellmark is on your side, Hawk fans, and on the health insurance marketplace. Give it up for plans you can afford. Check out wellmark.com/hoops and compare plans. We're brought to you by Iowa Corn. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. What connections do you have to corn? Those connections translated to victories for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using the hashtag IowansWin. Hawkeyes still have a chance to win, trailing 63-50 with 10.5 to go from Happy Valley. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month per line. Even just one line. Because the only way to make the greatest gift of all even greater is not having to add more lines than you need to get it. Visit us in-store or online to get one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data today. U.S. Cellular. Locally grown connection. Limited time offer. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
What they want is the silver lining, and they want a promise kept. When something really bad happens, that's when, you absolutely present a West Bend versus maybe another carrier.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
What I'd want you to know about West Bend is that you have a partner, and you have a partner that cares, that's built on strong values, and in the event that something does happen, you have a promise that will be kept.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
We'd like to think the Machine Shed represents the best of the Midwest, a celebration of American comfort food, the heart of America. From scratch cooking, our homemade soups, for example, our pies, our Big Apple dumplings, our stuffed Iowa pork chops. In an era of easier cooking, we're always trying to figure out how to make it even better. All the best of the Midwest. That's what the Machine Shed's all about.
The Iowa Machine Shed, I-80 and Hickman Road, Urbandale, and I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
Hawkeyes down 18 at the half, showing some fight here in the second half. They're back within striking distance, 63-50. Penn State still with a lead. Penn State will have the basketball 20 to shoot when play resumes after the foul by Aaron Eulis. Hawks are heating it up a little bit better from the perimeter here in the second half, Bobby.
Yeah, looking at the numbers for the Hawkeyes second half, shooting 8 out of 14. That's 57%. And from deep, they are 3 out of 7, 43%. Made all 5 of their free throws here in the second half. So just keep fighting. You never know what can happen, but you got to get some stops. You got to rebound and then find the hot hand. That hot hand right now is number 24, Chris Murray.
Iowa came out on a 5-0 run to start the second half. They cut that 18-point deficit in half, trailed 54-45, and then Penn State ran in 7 straight. And the Hawks have clawed back to within 13, needing a stop here, needing a bunch of stops, quite frankly. And it comes for Cameron Winter. He and Funk have been hot from the outside today. Here's Pickett. He's been hot from all over. Now he's one-on-one with Connor McCaffrey. Turns, shoots, and scores. Boy, has he got a soft touch.
He has got confidence, too. He is taking whoever squares him up and just shooting over the top.
He's got 20. He used all of the rim, and it wobbled and bobbled and went down through. Rebraca to Eulis, right baseline. Excuse me, Desante Bowen has come into the game. First appearance. Chris Murray for 3. Good. He had a straight on look from the right side in front of the Iowa bench. Got both feet underneath him, and you knew that one was going down.
23 now, Chris Murray. That's his 3rd three-point field goal made here in the second half.
Hawks down 12, 65-53. And here's
some help.
Pickett one-on-one with Bowen. Now Rebraca sneaks that way. Oh, there's a travel on the big fella Hen. No call. Right back to Pickett. Turns, shoots, and misses. Hawks force a miss there and got numbers at the other end. Bowen all the way to the basket. Oh, boy, looked like he got roughed up. Okay, now a bit of a delayed call by the official on Jalen Pickett.
Team 6.
Micah Shrewsbury saying, call it the same way at both ends. Haven't been a lot of fouls called, period, today, but that is 6 on Penn State here in the second half. Good job by Desante challenging the All-Big Ten performer.
Yeah, made a good play defensively, and he got the ball in the open court and just went right at him and got himself a trip to the free throw line.
Fans are going to love watching this kid the next 4 years. He is aggressive, great high school player out of Boston. Makes the first free throw. Iowa down 11, 65-54. Still 9.5 to go. Second free throw on the way, down through for Desante Bowen. Iowa's future point guard.
Good job, kid.
6'2 freshman, 175-pounder. He's going to be bigger and stronger and playing pretty good right now. Here's Pickett. Speaking of big and strong, now Rebraca takes him on the switch. Pickett, pass fake. Now leaves it on the wing for Winter. Here's a corner jump shot, no good by Funk. Murray with a rebound. All over him is Michael Hen. And hey, look at this. Hawks in the bonus. 1-1 from here on out. 9:13 to play yet.
Yeah, that's a good stat right there. The Hawkeyes need to take advantage of that. Be aggressive on the offensive end. Attack. Put the ball on the floor and go. See if you get the free throw line. This one here came on a defensive rebound. Chris Murray to the line for 1-1.
Michael Hen, another transfer from Denver University, picks up his second personal. So Chris Murray will toe the line and a chance to get Iowa to within 8. Chris has made all 4 of his free throws. Up and no good. He misses the front end of the 1-1, but Connor McCaffrey muscles in for the rebound but lost it out of bounds. Just couldn't quite secure it. Great effort by Connor, but Matt Gayton's up off the bench clapping loudly, appreciating the effort by the Hawkeyes. Chris Murray with 20 points but can't add to his total. Make it 23 for Chris. Add in that last 3. So the Hawks need to get a stop. Down 10. Here's a 3. Deep right wing. No good, but a foul on Chris Murray. And that'll be 3 free throws for Seth Lundy, who's an 80% shooter from the foul line.
His second. Team 4.
Fran McCaffrey arguing the call with Brian Dorsey. 3 free throws coming for Seth Lundy. France saying there was a flop by Lundy.
Kicking the leg out to initiate contact.
We do not have a replay monitor up here in our perch high above the floor. Lundy with the first free throw goes down. So Penn State leads by 11, 66-55. Second one takes flight. It is good. They have gotten, well, that's the home roll. Never seen so many basketballs cover so much iron and go down through in one spot. Credit the veterans. They've got the touch. Lundy makes all 3 free throws. How about that? Murray misses the front end of the bonus at one end, and they come back and make 3 free throws. It's a 5-point swing right there. 8:50 to go. Hawks need to come back here and score. And Rebraca lost the dribble, gets it back, loses it again, but right to teammate Connor McCaffrey. For Chris Murray, 10 to shoot. No reason to panic yet in this possession. Here's Bowen. Hits a cutting Murray all the way to the basket. Lays it up and in. And an and one coming. Beautiful move. Great pass by Bowen. Hit a perfectly cutting Chris Murray.
Yeah, it really did. Good job by Chris Murray of continuing to move. He came from the left side over here. Saw DeSante was probably not going to get all the way to the rim. He called for the basketball. DeSante finds him, and Chris finishes with the free throw to come.
68-57. Oh, misses another free throw. Chance for the and one. Rims and comes out for Chris Murray. So the score holds at 68-57 with 8:20 to play in the game. Still lots of time for the Hawks to come back and get a victory on the road here at State College to start the new year. Behind the back dribble by Pickett. Connor hands him off to Rebraca. Muscles in, shot up no good, but a foul called on Rebraca. He's just been unguardable today, no matter who's on him.
It's a tough guard. I mean, you really got to almost come with a double team. Anytime he starts pounding the rock like that, Gary, just one guy is not going to be able to guard him without fouling. He's strong upper body. He's long, protects the basketball, so you got to go and try to get the ball out of his hands, or he's going to get to the free throw line.
6'4", 210 pounds. He looks bigger, plays bigger. Free throw's good. Penn State starting to get to the foul line now. Iowa had only committed 3 personal fouls, but the last 2 have been in shooting form. 3 free throws for Lundy, now 2 for Pickett. Penn State hasn't missed a free throw, and they're the best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten at 78%. They're now 9 for 9 on the day. 8:05 to play. 70-57 Penn State. Bowen drives the dribble into the paint. Throws it outside for Perkins. Tony for 3. No good. Well short. And Mahaffey with a rebound for Penn State. Penn State has out-rebounded the Hawks 25-23 to this point. Cameron Winter. No hurry now for the net and the lines. They spread the floor. 4 down, 1 out. And Winter drives the ball around Rebraca. Step back jumper, no good. Murray with a rebound. Tips it to Perkins. 7.5 to go in the game. Here come the Hawkeyes. Perkins drives it in deep. Leaves it for a trailing DeSante Bowen. Crossover dribble, gets into the lane. Throws back to the top. And Connor McCaffrey on the wing for Murray. Murray takes it in around Lundy. Shot is up, no good. Put back, no good by Rebraca. Follow up, good by Philip Rebraca. Relentless poetry in motion.
You know you're going to get that effort out of Philip every time, every possession. Rebraca, a man on the offensive glass there, gets a basket, and he's got 11 in the game.
6:58 to play, though. The Hawks need to get some stops. Down 11, 70-59. Penn State working some clock. Mahaffey looking for his teammate Lundy on the baseline. Shut off by Chris Murray. Now Mahaffey turns the corner, spins to the basket, and lays it up and in. The freshman. Nice, pretty move around 2 Hawkeyes. 72-59. 6:30 to play. 6:32 to be exact. Connor McCaffrey. Bobbled a pass, but gets it back under control. He's guarded by Pickett. Tony Perkins. Crossover dribble to Connor on the left wing. His 3 in and out. No good.
Down.
What do you do? Like it sat inside the net. Decided, no, I don't want to go down. Hopped back out. Penn State with a rebound. Here's Pickett. Right of the lane. Shoots and misses. Put it up too high, but Mahaffey with a rebound to his teammate Cameron Winter, and he's run into by Perkins. Penn State a little quicker to the basketball. Timeout on the floor after the foul called on Tony. 72-59 Penn State. Let's pause 10 seconds right now for station identification. From State College, you're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored today by Wimmers. Nothing goes better with Hawkeye sports than Wimmers meats. Wimmers hot dogs and sausages deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Wimmers, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Authentic Brand is the official apparel of the Iowa Hawkeye broadcast team. Bobby and I in particular, and Eddie Podolak on football game day. Born in the heart of Iowa, Authentic Brands premium sportswear serves the everyday demands of small businesses and corporate America. Don't settle for less. Look, feel, and perform your best in the Authentic Brand label. Yeah, companies, if you're thinking about changing your merch provider, give Authentic-Brand a holler. Authentic-brand.com. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda Variety Pack. You hear that? It's seltzer with the pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, IRC Beers, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
More Hawkeye basketball courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield off the 6th team foul committed by Iowa here in the second half. Penn State keeps the basketball. A bounce into the corner for Jalen Pickett. He's been a star today for the Nittany Lions. We've seen this act before, including at the Palestra a couple of years ago in Philadelphia. Rebracha's got him covered up. Shot no good. Outstanding defense by Phillip there on Pickett. Here come the Hawkeyes running. Perkins all the way, and he's fouled. He challenged Andrew Funk, drew contact. And this is what the Hawkeyes have to do, Bobby, with just 5:38 to go, down 13. Get to the foul line.
Get to the foul line with the clock stopped. Try to keep chipping away here, Gary. Get some defensive stops, as you did right there. Phillip Rebracha, good defense on Jalen Pickett in there. The Hawks off and running.
But another missed free throw. That's 3 straight misses by the Hawkeyes. Chris Murray missed the front end of the bonus, then an and one. Perkins makes the second free throw, so he gets 1 of 2. He's got a dozen on the day, a dozen points, and it's 72-60. Iowa employs the 1-2-2, actually full court man. Pressure and stops. That's what the Hawks need right now. Penn State, understanding that, spreads the floor. They're going to run some clock, up 12. Mahaffey had a big drive for a layup a moment ago. He slides to a stop. No whistle, though, for the travel. Here's Dredd. Way out in the left wing, gets a screen from Mahaffey, throws center of the floor to Pickett. Guarded by Connor with 5 to shoot. A step back jumper, good. Right at the shot clock buzzer. What do you do?
Deny him the basketball.
That's a good point. Jalen Pickett hits another basket. He's got 24 on the day. Murray with 25 leads Iowa. And credit Tony Perkins for bringing the ball down in transition. Drove it again right into the heart of that Penn State defense and drew a foul. 2 free throws coming for Tony as he's run into by Andrew Funk. Free throw is good. Perkins has hit 2 of his last 3. 74-61. Hawks have been unable to get any closer than 11 here in the last 5 minutes. Second free throw's good. They did cut it to 9 early in the second half. 5:01 to play. Still time. Iowa down 12. Perkins makes them both. 74-62. Near steal by Patrick McCaffrey on the inbound. So now it is stolen away. Tipped away by Chris Murray and out of bounds off of Jalen Pickett. So Great effort by the Hawks with full court pressure, and they got a chance to cut the deficit to 10.
Yeah, they do. Good hustle that time by the Hawkeyes. Come up with the steal, and then the ball was loose on the court, and 2 players go to the floor, sacrifice the bodies. It'll be Hawkeye basketball. Out of bounds, 28 to shoot.
8 turnovers on Penn State. Murray with a jump shot on the inbounds. Good. He rattled it in. Nice catch and shoot off the inbounds dish from Tony Perkins.
He's in his zone. Got 27.
74-64. 4:40 to go. Patrick McCaffrey back in the game as Patrick and Connor, Rebraca, Perkins, and Murray. Fran's going to ride this lineup to the finish line. And why not? They're playing well. Here's a drive inside. A scoop layup is good by Cameron Winter. Well, I don't know where they found this guy, but he's a difference maker, especially with Pickett on the floor. Here's a drive in and a score off glass by Rebraca. Great move by Phillip. 10-point Penn State lead, 76-66. Winters, another grad transfer out of Drexel. You put him out there with Dredd and Pickett and Lundy. Dredd, well, I mentioned Funk, yeah. Man, they've got some guards. 14 for Funk, by the way, or for Winter. Here's a throw inside the paint. Shot and no good. Missed off the glass by Seth Lundy from about 5 feet away. Again, good body up defense by Iowa. Hawks down 10, 3:40 to go. Connor for 3, good. Connor McCaffrey with a huge 3. It's a 76-69 Penn State lead. Closest the Hawks have been since midway through the first half.
Yeah, the good basketball that time by the Hawkeyes. Realizing the clock, he had a wide open look. Connor didn't hesitate, drained it straight on 3.
6 threes and 19 attempts for the Hawks. They've scored their last 3 possessions, last 3 trips down the floor. Connor McCaffrey with a huge 3 right there. For Penn State, 10 to shoot. Pickett's double team. They chase him off the line. Now he drives in the lane and finds an open teammate on a baseline cut. Miles Dredd, even when he's not scoring, Pickett is creating opportunities for teammates.
Yeah, brought the double team.
Chris Murray for 3, missed it off the left of the iron, and rebounded by Lundy. Timeout on the floor. Asked for by, an injury timeout. So we'll take a break, come back in just a minute. Doesn't look to be anything serious. Miles Dredd, 78-69. Miles Dredd on that baseline cut and a beautiful pass for Pickett, who drew the double team, puts Penn State back up by 9. Hey, it's a great time to join the Iowa Lottery's free VIP club. Members receive free plays, special offers, insider news, and can enter promotions to win cash and other great prizes. Visit ialottery.com/VIP and learn more. And the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series celebrates student athletes and our state's corn farmers. Just like the Hawks work hard all year, so do Iowa's corn farmers, growing a crop used in over 4,000 products. That's a win for all Iowans. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa basketball.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong Team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong Team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and the Iowa Hawkeyes, a great combination. Penn State basketball, time running out on the Hawks, 2:54 to play. with the Nittany Lions hanging on to a 9-point lead, 78-69. Hawks got to within 7 a moment ago, but a score, now a stop for Penn State, and the Nittany Lions have the ball back as they work the ball down the floor against this Iowa pressure. Running the guard court is Andrew Funk and Cameron Winter. Winter puts the ball on the deck, drives it with the left hand. Aaron Euler's back in the game, as is DeSante Bowen and Connor McCaffrey. They're going with a smaller, quicker lineup. Here's a three, no good from deep in the right wing, offered up by Andrew Funk. So there's a stop. Hawks got to score in a hurry. Perkins, who's had a good second half, to Eulis. His three is no good. Chris Murray with a rebound. And a foul called on Penn State. Mahaffey trying to drive Chris out of the lane. Gets called for the personal. That's a break for the Hawkeyes with 2:16 to go and Murray at the line. Clock stopped, Iowa down 9. Hawkeye basketball is sponsored by your Honda dealers. The great Central Midwest Honda dealers all across Iowa, including Smart Honda in Des Moines. Thank you, Matt Hoffmeyer and Smart Honda. Smart Honda for your support of Iowa Hawkeye basketball. Ouch, another miss by Chris Murray.
That's 3 in a row now for Chris, including the front end of a 1-and-1.
Ooh.
Shaking his head.
Double whammy. Well, he hit his first 4.
Yeah.
Missed his last 3. 4 of 7.
Take a deep breath. Need it.
Yeah, this gets the Hawkeyes to within 8 and does. 78-70. It certainly doesn't dirty up Chris's performance today, Bobby. My goodness, 28 points.
28 points. He is 10 of 16 from the floor, 3 of 7 from long range, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
And now 5 of 8 from the foul line. The 1-2-2 trying to force a turnover. They get it across, nearly threw it away. Had not it been for the size of, and now a traveling call on big Miles Dredd. That 6'4" body saved a high pass from going out of bounds, and then when he came down, it looked like he tweaked an ankle. He stumbled right in front of the Penn State bench and lost the ball. Oh yeah, he must have really turned it.
That left ankle.
And they're helping him off the floor. 9 turnovers on the Nittany Lions. And none bigger than that one if the Hawks can score. 2:05 to go. 78-70. Hawks still have a shot here. Have trailed for all but 2 minutes of the game. 78-70. Perkins. High bounce dribble into the front court. High post right. Holds up. Left side for Connor McCaffrey. He's doubled. Gives way to Perkins. Perkins drives it into the paint. Throws to the wing. DeSante Bowen. Connor McCaffrey, 12 to shoot. Hawks using a lot of time. Connor muscles inside, scores, and a foul called. Count the basket. Connor McCaffrey, nobody tougher on the floor. He invited contact, played through it, got the shot to go from just outside the charge block circle, and a foul call.
Yeah, he knew what you need. Connor took his time, but he knows that we need something in close there. Try to get a 3-point opportunity. Just muscled it over the top of this Cameron Winter. Winter picks up his 3rd foul. Connor to the line for the extra.
Still 1:45 to play. Oh, and a missed free throw by Connor McCaffrey. Hawks have struggled at the foul line here in the second half. That's unusual. So the score holds at 78-72. And now a foul called on Connor, no doubt out of frustration. And Andrew Funk, off the 7th Iowa team foul, will go to the line at 92%. Check that, they get Tony Perkins on the foul. With 1:40 to go. Oh, Hawks missing some big free throws. Well, they've spent a lot of energy getting back in this game, down 18 at halftime. Iowa's come back to within 6. Now 16 of 22 from the foul line. Free throws good by Funk.
He's got 20.
Well, Bobby, like it or not, this is the coming age of college basketball. Lots of transfers.
Free agency.
Free agency in college basketball. Funk misses the second free throw. That leaves the door open. The Hawks down 3 possessions. They got to score in a hurry, though. 79-72 with 1:33 to play. Connor works the dribble in, throws to the wing. Perkins for 3, and good. Tony Perkins with a huge 3. And the Hawks have been much better from distance in the second half. That's a half a dozen threes in 21 attempts. Timeout called for by the Hawkeyes. Iowa still with 2 timeouts left. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. 1:27 to go. Iowa back to within 4, 79-75.
Big shot there by Tony Perkins, and he's probably going to be our star of the game. He's kind of a breakout game for Tony. He's struggled the last few, but he is on fire here tonight. 17 points, and these kids are fighting all the way to the end.
Big second half for Tony. This all after a 1 for 6 shooting performance the other night at Nebraska. Join Fran McCaffrey, Bobby, and I for the weekly Hawk Talk program tomorrow night at the Hyatt Regency Hotel and Conference Center in the Iowa River Landing, Coralville. Our next show again tomorrow night, January 2, from 7 until 8:30. Hopefully we're talking about one of the great comebacks in Hawkeye basketball history. Down 18 at the break. Iowa's back to within 4, 79-75, and with time. 1:27 to go, but
need a turnover here.
Turnover, which would be a stop. Couple stops in order.
Yep.
Perkins and Bowen, Connor McCaffrey, Chris Murray, and Aaron Eulis on the floor. Swiping at the basketball. Here's a double team on Seth Lundy. And what do we got? Timeout called for across the way from the bench. Lundy picked up his dribble just across the midcourt stripe and was in deep trouble. The Hawkeyes had him walled in. 1:18 to go. Penn State will have 20 on the shot clock when play resumes. Hawkeye basketball sponsored by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Our next broadcast comes up Thursday night at home, back in the friendly confines. Been a while for the Hawks. It's been almost 2.5 weeks. Indiana, the Hoosiers. It's always rocking at Carver when Indiana comes to town. 8 o'clock start, 7 o'clock for the pregame show here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. That's this coming Thursday. Happy New Year from the Hawkeyes. It'll be a side court out for Penn State. And Jalen Pickett, what else
deny him
can
the
this
ball?
Young man do? He can inbound it, he can score, he can rebound. Great defender. And he's inbounding the ball right now. Connor McCaffrey waving both arms in his face. Gets it into Funk. Funk controlled by DeSante Bowen out near the timeline. 1:10 to play. 12 on the shot clock. Funk gets around DeSante, drives in, shot, throws up a tough shot. Terrific defense by Bowen. It's missed. Murray clears. DeSante back down the floor for the Hawkeyes. Chris Murray, shot fake. Now a 3 on the way. No good, short. Chris runs it down, though, in the lane. Drives in and scores off the window. 2-point game, 53.5 to go. Penn State 79 and Iowa 77. What a comeback by the Hawkeyes. 30 points. Check that. 30 points for Chris Murray.
If you left, you better come back. There's a lot of basketball left here.
Those in the parking lot are streaming back in through the exits. Iowa back to within 2 with 53.5 to go. Lots of time remaining. And the Hawkeyes, behind their leader, Chris Murray, have charged back. Big second effort, Tony Perkins. And that's with some critical free throws missed, Bobby.
Yeah. And no timeouts left for Penn State. Iowa has 2.
Micah Shrewsbury just burned his last timeout. Fran McCaffrey, who's famous for positioning his timeouts and saving them, has 2 remaining to Bobby's point. Iowa down 18 at halftime. Scored the first 5 to start the second period. Got to within 9 before Penn State ran in 7 straight. Went back up to a 16-point lead for the Nittany Lions with a little more than 13-14 minutes to go in the game. The Hawkeyes have charged back, never say die, on the road in the Big Ten. Not easy to do. Got a Penn State miss a moment ago, which led to a Chris Murray look for 3. And so that's what gets lost. Chris ran down the missed shot, kept the possession alive, and drove it in for a 2. Otherwise, it'd be a 2-possession Penn State lead right now. 79-77, Nittany Lions.
You got a nervous Penn State team and fan base right now.
They've not been in this position very often this year. They're 10-3. They've had a great start and a great run to mid-season here, or a third of the season anyway. Now in it comes to Pickett. And Pickett hasn't really hurt him offensively the last few minutes. He's going to be looking for the ball now. He's going to post up down low.
And Aaron Eulis.
Here's Winter working the dribble in on Tony Perkins. They get it to Jalen Pickett, and Connor McCaffrey takes him. One-on-one, Pickett shot fake, backs the dribble down left of the lane, works it into the paint, turns, shoots, and a foul called on Connor McCaffrey. Nothing Connor could do.
No.
He played him tough for almost the entire possession. Fourth foul on Connor McCaffrey. Patrick's going to come and, who's he going to replace? He's
1-1 coming for Pickett.
Aaron Eulis out of the game. So here's Pickett, 80% free thrower. And on the afternoon, he's a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. Now a couple have rattled in and out and back in. Hawks have to hope for a miss here. It's the 8th team foul on Iowa. He makes it, so he'll get the bonus. First point for Jalen in a while, but he's got 25 to lead Penn State. 20 for Andrew Funk, who's got 5 threes. Second free throw is good. That's a 2-possession game with 31 seconds to go. Iowa down 4, got to go in a hurry. Perkins drives it in deep, passes up the shot. Here's Chris for 3. Murray, no good. Rebound of Penn State. They lost the dribble. Get it back. Shot up, no good. Put back, good by Chris Murray. Off the miss by Desante Bowen. Fran McCaffrey burns one of his 2 remaining timeouts with 16.5 remaining in the game.
32 now for Chris Murray.
Tony Perkins drove it in deep, passed up the shot. He was in heavy traffic, granted. But Bowen's shot, therefore, was missed, and Chris Murray reached over everybody with that long left arm and tapped it in, up and in off the glass.
Yeah, he never quits. He just keeps moving. He goes after, he follows the ball where it comes off. It kind of finds him. When you're an All-American player, the ball does seem to find you. And Chris Murray, what a great game he's had in his second game back from injury. 32 points on. Let me take a look at his numbers. 12 out of 20 from the floor. 3 of 9 3-point field goal shooting. Got 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Fran's setting up the defense, and the defense has been really good. Penn State is without a field goal the last almost 3 minutes. Now, Pickett made some free throws there a moment ago. Iowa's outscored Penn State 53-37 in the second half after getting down 18 at the break. Still a chance. The door is open. 16.5 seconds remaining. Iowa using up all of this full timeout.
Yeah, try to deny, Gary.
Yep, set up the defense.
Come up with a steal. If you can't get the steal, you probably got a foul right away. Just lengthen the game.
Penn State under the Iowa basket. Dangerous territory. Pickett will inbound. Miles Dredd is out there along with Seth Lundy. All these 6-year guys. Veterans. Andrew Funk as well. Now Funk runs out of bounds. They get him the ball. He gets it right back into Pickett. To Funk, who races into the front court, and a foul called on Aaron Eulis. Andrew Funk at 80% on the year from the charity stripe. Second foul on Eulis.
Still 1-1.
The 9th team fouled on the Hawkeyes. Patrick McCaffrey will re-enter. 12.9 to go.
Number 12.
Hawks have to hope for at least one miss out of Andrew Funk. 6'5".
Yeah, like the first one.
Well, that'd be even better. Yeah, you know, what am I thinking? Yeah,
still 1-1.
Hopefully the missed one would be the front end of the bonus. It is up and no good. So the Hawks have a chance to win it with a 3. 10 seconds to go. Perkins into the front court. Dribbles between the legs and threw it away.
Foul him.
Tried to get Chris Murray the ball as he trailed Tony into the paint. And, you know, I'd credit more Seth Lundy there. Lundy saw Murray streak behind Perkins, anticipated that Tony would try and get it to Chris for the win with 3.2 to go. And Tony just turned and threw it right to Lundy. Well, the Hawks
handoff, got knocked away. Here's the play up on the scoreboard. Try to kick it out. Just a good defensive play by Lundy.
Actually, he stripped Perkins from behind as Tony turned to look at Murray.
2 free throws.
Now he's got a chance to sew the game up with 3.2 to go. Free throws up and good. 82-79. Man, oh man, just the 7th turnover on Iowa today is a heartbreaker. 82-79 Penn State. One more free throw coming for Seth Lundy, the veteran, with 9 points.
Hope for the miss.
79% free thrower. Second one is good. 83-79. Here's a throw to the other end of the floor, and the Hawks will get one last look at a three. Patrick McCaffrey misses, and the game's over. Final score: Penn State 83 and Iowa 79. The U.S. Cellular postgame show is coming up. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
This has been the well-marked Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half on the Hawkeye Sports Network. Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Save energy, save money. Visit midamericanenergy.com for energy-saving tips. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by Iowa John Deere Dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye basketball. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
People say you should see the ball drop at Times Square at least one time. But being there for New Year's Eve and winning $1 million live on national television? How's that for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? With the Iowa Lottery's Powerball First Millionaire of the Year, you and a guest could appear on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. One lucky winner will win $1 million just after midnight. Enter your Powerball tickets and see rules and complete details at ialottery.com/VIP.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
Silver lining means you are backed by a policy and a company that is going to do everything they can to get you back whole to like you were before.
An independent insurance agent describes the silver lining.
But there's a promise there. You know, that word means we're going to answer our promise in the policy and get you back up and running if you're a business, or, you know, if you're home, we're going to get your home put back together as if nothing had happened.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now, kids can eat free.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by West Bend, the Silver Lining, Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, just minutes south of Iowa City. Shields, right there with you. U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. And by Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. This is the U.S. Cellular postgame show.
Tough loss for the Hawks here on the road at Penn State. They lose it 83, that is, to 79. Great effort after falling behind by 18 at halftime. The Hawks rally back and outscore Penn State 53-39 in the second half. And down two, had a chance to tie, get it to overtime, or win it with a three. And Tony Perkins, thinking that, turned to pass the ball to a trailing Chris Murray for three, and the crafty Seth Lundy snuck in from behind, stripped the ball away from him, and a rare turnover by the Hawkeyes proved to be the fatal blow, as Hawks had to foul with 3.2 seconds to go and Lundy, the man who stole the basketball, made both free throws, and Penn State wins at 83-79. We'll have a check of the stats in just a minute. No plays reviewed today in the game, but had there been, would have been sponsored by Athletico. Physical therapy is the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or surgery. But what if the best way to fix your pain is to start where you normally finish? The sooner you start with physical therapy, you change everything. And it all starts with no prescription needed at Athletico. Our post-game coverage, Iowa at Penn State, courtesy of U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular is bringing locally grown connections all season long with any phone free for new and current customers. That's right, any phone free of charge, courtesy of U.S. Cellular. Happy New Year from U.S. Cellular. We'll come back with a Hy-Vee post-game stat recap in a minute. Iowa loses at Penn State 83-79. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. Formerly Med Farm, Bud & Mary's is the same locally grown, family-owned and operated company, providing the largest selection of cannabis and full THC products in Iowa.
Having an emergency fund can help you cover an unexpected expense, like cleaning up and rebuilding after a bad storm. At DePaco Credit Union, we've got the right tools and resources to get you on your feet. We want our members to feel the comfort that a life emergency won't become a financial emergency. DePaco cares about your financial well-being. When our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you. Be well. Learn more at depaco.com/be well. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Gary Dolphin. Lennox has been building furnaces and air conditioners here in Iowa since 1895. And Lennox dealers have been selling and installing these high-efficiency Lennox products for just as long. When you call 72 Degrees Comfort Company in Ankeny and the Des Moines metro area, you know you're calling one of the best names in the indoor comfort business. Dave Lennox knows that when you turn to 72 degrees, your home will be exceptionally comfortable. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and 72 degrees. Lennox, 72 degrees, and the Hawkeyes. That's a winning combination.
What are you craving? The Wig and Penn in Ankeny across from DMAC is proud to be the home of the famous Flying Tomato Pizza. The Wig has all your favorites, including thin crust and Chicago-style pizza, appetizers, lots of sandwiches, pints of beer, plus a full bar. And this family-friendly local favorite is hiring. All ages are encouraged to apply from 15 to 115. Flexible hours and a fun environment? Call or just come on in. The Wig and Penn in Ankeny. What are you craving?
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. The Hawkeyes lose here at Penn State. A big-time rally in the second half fell just short. 83-79. Iowa drops to 0-3 in the Big Ten and 8-6 on the season. Our postgame stat recap is brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. Iowa loses to Penn State 83-79. For the game, the Hawkeyes shoot 28 of 63 from the field. That's 44%. 7 of 25 from three. Most of those makes came in the second half during that comeback. Just 28% shooting from distance. The Hawks did make 16 of 22 from the foul line. Iowa led in scoring by Chris Murray. Another spectacular effort by Chris. 32 points for Chris Murray. He is our hot Hawkeye on the day. Brought to you by your Iowa Lennox dealers, including Bernie's Heating and Cooling in Clinton, Verlin's Plumbing and Heating in Denison, our friends at Affordable Service in Fairfield. In Webster City, stop in and see Seiler Appliance. And in Marshalltown, it's B&G HVAC. Chris Murray with a game-leading 32 points. He hit 12 of 20 from the field, including 3 threes, made 5 of 8 free throws, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a block shot, partridge in a pear tree. And how about this? He played all 40 minutes. So Chris Murray is back, thankfully, and healthy. And thanks to our Lennox dealers for sponsoring our Heating Up the Nets Hot Hawkeye. He heated up the nets today, did Chris Murray, at 12 of 20 from the field. Presented by the Lennox dealers of Iowa. Looking forward to heating up your home this winter. Now back to our Hy-Vee stat recap. A couple of other double-figure scores for the Hawkeyes. Tony Perkins had 17 on the day. Tony with a big second half, 6 of 12 from the field, made 4 of 6 from the foul line. 13 for Philip Rebraca, his usual workmanlike effort, 13 points, 5 rebounds for Rebraca. By the way, Tony Perkins was Iowa's leading board man. He and Chris Murray, actually. Murray with 32 points, 9 rebounds. Tony had 7 rebounds, 5 for Rebraca. Iowa did out-rebound the Nittany Lions 34-20. 8 points for Connor McCaffrey off the bench. Patrick had 5. Patrick continues to struggle with his shooting. He was 1 of 6 from the field. A basket for Aaron Eulis and a basket for Desante Bowen. Peyton Sanford did not score. We've got to get Peyton going. He is a capable scorer, and hopefully against Indiana on Thursday night he gets it turned around. Again, the Hawks shoot 44% from the field, 28% from 3. For Penn State, the Nittany Lions 30 of 55 on the afternoon. That's 54.5%. Made 9 threes in 19 attempts. They are the leading three-point shooting team in college basketball, and they showed why again today, hitting 47% from distance. And they're the best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten. They landed 14 of 16 from the charity stripe, 87.5%. Led in scoring by Jalen Pickett's 26 points. He did a lot of damage in the first half. 20 from Andrew Funk, the other double-figure scorer for Penn State. There were 2. Cameron Winter had 14, and Seth Lundy had 10. 7 for Miles Dredd, and 6 for Evan Mahaffey off the bench. The Nittany Lions hit, again, 30 of 55. That's 54.5%. Led by 18 at halftime, 44-26. The Hawks roared back and had a chance to tie it or win it with a 3 with inside 10 seconds to go, but a critical Iowa turnover sealed the Hawkeyes' fate. That's the Hy-Vee halftime stat recap. By the way, for the game, Penn State with 9 turnovers, Iowa with 7. Iowa and Penn State shared the points in the paint. Nittany Lions won the first half, Iowa the second half. Penn State with 36 paint scores to 32 for the Hawkeyes. Iowa did have 17 second chance points. Bench scoring pretty even, 13-10 in favor of Penn State. Game was tied 3 times. There were 3 early lead changes, but the Hawks only led for a minute 42 of the game, despite that great comeback. And they lose at 83-79 before a little over 6,000 here on New Year's Day at the Bryce Jordan Center. That's our Hy-Vee Hy-Vee post-game stat recap. Score big savings and shop online at HyVeeDeals.com. More U.S. Cellular post-game show coming up, including a visit with our star of the game, Tony Perkins. That's next here on the Hawkeye wrap-up. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Gary Dolphin here. My Game Day apparel features the premium Authentic brand label. Authentic brand products are preferred by national corporate brands and should be your gear of choice, too. Insist on the Authentic brand label from your supplier for your next merch project. Or visit authentic-brand.com and find an authorized distributor near you.
The most popular vape brand in Colorado, Batch, is now available in Iowa at Bud & Mary's dispensaries. Medicine shouldn't have to taste bad. Batch vapes are known for being the smoothest, best-tasting carts. In order to bring them to Iowa, we drew on our experience, dialed up the THC, and let the terpenes do the rest. Nothing but nature. Nice. Visit budmary.com to get your medical card and explore what Batch can do for you.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
Some companies are very standoffish or very afraid to get
directly involved with the repair process. So we will physically take our phone, call the guy we know that can do it, and say, hey, I'm standing at this address. I need somebody to come over here and pull this limb out of this house. A lot of companies won't do that.
A West Bend claims representative on handling a claim.
And we bring that sense with us that we can fix it. That's the biggest thing we do for them.
West Bend, the worst brings out our best. Visit thesilverlining.com to find out more.
Hawkeyes lose 83-79 here at Penn State. Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. It's time to visit with our best in the game, Tony Perkins, had a terrific stat line today. Tony logged 36 minutes, put up 17 points on 6 of 12 shooting, hit 1 3-point goal, made 4 of 6 from the foul line, contributed 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and had a steal for good measure. Tony, it's always tough to talk after an Iowa defeat, but, man, a great comeback in that second half gave you guys a chance at the end.
Yeah, we preached after halftime to come back and show more fight during the second half because we didn't show that much fight in the first half, so that's what we did in the second half, and we just showed what we capable of in areas that we were struggling in the first half.
Yeah, and only, 7-8 turnovers on the day for the Hawkeyes. A tough deal at the end of the game. But, as I said on the air, I'm going to credit Seth Lundy more than any fault of yours because that's a scouting report look. Chris Murray was trailing you. You were trying to get the ball to him to win it with a 3. And, I credit the opponent more than I discredit Iowa. It's just a hard-fought game all the way around. Iowa won the second half. Penn State won the first half.
Yeah, that's fair to say. We was planning on winning the second half all the way and winning the game without overtime. And if overtime came, we wanted to win, but it didn't go that way, and we just ready to bounce back for Thursday.
And after last Thursday night, you got plenty to build on, right? Given the second half performance with Indiana coming to town on Thursday night, lots of basketball left in this season.
Yeah, we got a lot of games left to figure it out and get ready for the next games and just keep moving on.
Different second half to first half. You put 55 points on the board, whatever. What was going on in the first half? I mean, Pickett is a tough guard.
Shots was just falling for them. We wasn't really hitting shots, but we was letting them get too many comfortable open threes and letting them play their game. But then second half, we put more pressure on them and eliminated the shots that they was hitting in the first half.
You struggled. You only took 6 shots against Nebraska, 1 for 6 on Thursday night. Big comeback for you today. What was the difference? What was clicking for Tony Perkins?
Just mentally, just getting back to myself. A lot been on minds, but just move to the next game and just keep. You can't worry about the last game. Just move on to the next game and just keep building and be a better version of yourself every day. That's what I tell myself, so that's what I did today.
You were a better version today. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate your time on the air here, bud.
Thank you.
Tony Perkins, our best in the game, courtesy of Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in their game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Tony Perkins, 36 minutes, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. Made 4 of 6 from the foul line. He is our Old Dominion best in the game. Let's relive some of the moments, including Tony Perkins in this game. In fact, he had a great start for the Hawkeyes after they got down early. Perkins drove it in deep, throws it back out, top of the circle to Patrick McCaffrey. His 3 is no good. Long rebound to Perkins. He pops it in from 17 feet. That's a 2. Iowa has the lead back at 6-4. After Penn State scored, Perkins put Iowa back in front 5 minutes into the game. 15:55 to play in the first half. Here's Perkins driving to the basket, scores off glass. Strong move by Tony Perkins up over Kebajai at 6-10. Yeah, Iowa back up 8-6, but Penn State went on a 6-0 run to take a 4-point advantage, and then Chris Murray got going with a putback off the glass. Chris drives inside, throws it back to a trailer Patrick McCaffrey. Now to Perkins, jump shot top of the circle, missed everything. Chris Murray gets the rebound, gets it up, and good before the shot clock went off. Murray, that was the start of a big day for him. And 6 minutes into the game, the Hawks trailed 12-10. After a Penn State score, Chris Murray hit a jump shot. It was a 2-point game again. Then the Nittany Lions ran in the next 5. They went up 19-12. Murray's layup cut it back to 5. Later, Connor McCaffrey came off the bench with 7.5 to go in the first half, and the Hawks down 10. Connor McCaffrey for 3 in transition. Curls it in. That helps. Was 27-17. Now 27-20. Yeah, the Hawkeyes, although got to within 7 and stayed within 7 or 8 over the next 3 minutes, Penn State finished the first half, the final 3 minutes really with a flourish, and roared out to an 18-point advantage, 44-26. And the Hawks didn't hang their heads, though. They came out with a great start to the second half, scoring the first 5 with help from Philip Rebraca. Murray drives it down the middle of the lane, drops a pass off to a trailing Rebraca, who dunks it in, and is fouled to boot. Iowa 4-0 start to the second half. 1 minute gone, and it's 44-30. Philip Rebraca made the and one, and the Hawks all of a sudden were back to within 13. They kept chipping away, but Penn State would respond with a drive or a scoring run of its own. Iowa hung around within 12 or 13 as the second half started to drain away. With 8.5 minutes to go in the game, though, Chris Murray got a layup and a free throw, brought the Hawks back to within 11. Here's Bowen. Hits a cutting Murray all the way to the basket. Lays it up and in. And an and one coming. Beautiful move. Great pass by Bowen. Hit a perfectly cutting Chris Murray. Now, Chris was much more active without the basketball in the second half. Made the free throw. Iowa was within 11, 68-57, 8.5 to go. Still plenty of time. Rebraca later got a putback. Perkins got a couple free throws to go. Hawks were within 8. We wind down through the second half. Now we come inside 5 minutes. And the Hawks were hanging around. First, the deficit was 8, and then it was 10, then it was 12, then it was back to 8. Connor hit a jumper to pull Iowa to within 78-72 with 1:45 to play. Iowa gets a stop, and this happened. They got to score in a hurry, though, 79-72 with 1:33 to play. Connor works the dribble in, throws to the wing. Perkins for 3, and good. Tony Perkins with a huge 3. 79-75. Hawks get another good stop, a good defensive stand at the other end, and one good defensive stand deserves a score at the other end. Chris Murray shot fake, now a 3 on the way, no good, short. Chris runs it down, though, in the lane, drives in, and scores off the window. 2-point game, 53.5 to go. 79-77. The Hawkeye comeback was almost complete. Penn State hit a couple of free throws. Keep in mind, Nittany Lions didn't score a field goal in the last 3.5 minutes, so Iowa's defense was clicking, but eventually you're going to put them at the foul line if you can't get the steal. Chris' layup made it 79-77. Penn State scored on a couple free throws at the other end, and then with inside 20 seconds to go, Chris Murray not about to quit and give up. Iowa down 4, got to go in a hurry. Perkins drives it in deep, passes up the shot. Here's Chris for 3. Murray, no good. Rebound at Penn State. They lost the dribble. Get it back. Shot up, no good. Put back, good by Chris Murray. Off the miss by Desante Bowen. Chris Murray brings Iowa within 2, 81-79, and the Hawkeyes were trailing 2 when Penn State missed the front end of the bonus with 10 seconds to go. The Hawks raced into the front court. Tony Perkins drove it in deep, turned to give the ball to Chris Murray, but was stripped from behind by Seth Lundy. Lundy came down, made 2 free throws after he was fouled, and that was it. 83-79 the final. Penn State wins it. Great effort by the Hawks in the second half, and loads of momentum to build on for Thursday night's Indiana game. That's our recap of today's highlights. Iowa loses here at Penn State by 4, and we're back with more U.S. Cellular postgame coverage in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
Basketball on 1040 WHO is presented by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy with online doctors. Get your med card today. Visit budmary.com.
Draft Day Sports Lounge is the ultimate place to watch the game, have some fun, and show off your golfing skills with Top Golf Swing Suite. Top Golf Swing Suite in Draft Day delivers a one-of-a-kind simulation that's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. Pair that with Draft Day's live sports viewing, local craft beers, and delicious menu, and you have a winning pair. Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge and Top Golf Swing Suite, just minutes south of Iowa City.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. Thank you for your service to our country. We're a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season. Please join us in thanking all who have served our country. Their dedication allows us to enjoy the freedom and liberty we have today. At American Equity, our mission is to deliver financial dignity to our customers when they retire. To learn more about our company, please visit our website at american-equity.com.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Iowa Hawkeye basketball on 1040 WHO is brought to you by Case IH, West Bend Mutual, Better Business Bureau, Lennox Heating and Cooling, American Equity, Burger Shed, Tournament Club of Iowa, Machine Shed, Dupaco Community Credit Union. Show your support to our local Iowa radio business partners and support those who support the Hawkeyes.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular postgame show. The Hawks lose a tough one here. Big second half rally falls short. 83-79 to Penn State University. Iowa now 0-3 in the Big Ten, 8-6 on the season. Penn State goes to 11-3 overall and 2-1 in conference play. Let's hear what Coach Fran McCaffrey thought on his comeback, but a tough loss for the Hawkeyes. He's sponsored, as always, by Iowa's great John Deere dealers, including P&K Midwest in Waterloo. Bobby's in the Hawkeye locker room with Coach McCaffrey.
Coach, 5 of the last 7 of these games have come down to final possession. No different here tonight, but what a great comeback by the Hawks second half.
Yeah, Bobby, I thought we definitely lost the game in the first half. The last possession was, difficult. Should have taken the last shot. We missed. They come down and hit a 3. I thought our ability to be connected defensively was way better in the second half. Pickett made some tough shots. I mean, our goal was to have him shoot tough twos, not in front of the rim, but 15-footers, and he made some of those. We guarded the other guys better, guarded some of their stuff better. Got in transition. I thought that was really good. It got to the offensive glass, so we didn't turn it over much. We got 10 offensive rebounds, and we really battled on the glass, like I said, to get second shots if we pushed it and missed. So, I was pleased with the effort and intensity and execution for the most part offensively.
Talk about that last play. I see it was set up. It looked like a three-point handoff for Chris, but couldn't get to it.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was set a flat ball screen for Tony and give him a little bit more space, but they went and set a wide double, which essentially still gives him plenty of space. We had a shooter in the corner. We had a double away with slips possible if they switch. He just got poked, so I feel bad for him. He was trying to find Chris. Chris was hot. So, I wish he would have just attacked the rim because I think he would have drawn a foul. But you learn from it.
And Coach Chris, 32 points there tonight. I think he had 20 in the second half. He looked like the old Chris Murray.
Well, the thing that impressed me about Chris was he did it in a variety of ways. He rebounded, he got putbacks, he drove the ball, he got tip-ins, he had threes, and he gave it up, because they were loading to him. I thought he played extremely well in all facets of the game tonight.
And Coach, let's go back to Jalen Pickett, a player that you know well from, following CN in there, but that is a hard guard. How are you supposed to guard that guy when he's banging into you like that?
Well, the difficult thing is, right, he has the ability to do that and make baskets. If you double him, he has He had 99 assists coming into the game. You know, our leader doesn't have 40 in the same amount of games. So he's leading the nation. So as soon as the double team comes, he gets rid of it to the perfect guy right on the money. So you're dealing with pitch, handbag, ball screen. So they're forcing switches, so it's different guys. It's not like he's going to face up and take you off the bounce, so Phillip can guard him. Phillip did a good job on him a couple times that he was out there on him. But he's going to essentially be attacking everybody on your team because they're just going to keep setting ball screens and create switching situations, which you have to switch because everybody's at the three-point line.
And, Coach, tough two-game stretch here on the road. Now an opportunity to get back home, and Indiana, I think, is coming up on Thursday evening.
Yeah, tough team, obviously. Trace and Race. They got a lot of veteran guys, Galloway and Miller Kopp. A lot of the same guys we played against last year. Really good team. One of the top teams in the country, I think, preseason, everybody thought, and they played really well. Tough to play well, but we'll be ready.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks to Coach McCaffrey and Bobby Hansen. Tough loss on the road here. The Hawks lost in double overtime here a year ago and lose 83-79 with a chance to win it late this afternoon, but not to be done in regulation. 83-79 in the final. That's our visit with Coach Fran McCaffrey, sponsored by P&K Midwest. At P&K Midwest, we have the John Deere tractor you want at the price you need. P&K Midwest, you can afford it. Shop online today at pnkmidwest.com/tractors. Happy New Year from your Iowa John Deere dealers. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you use your energy? Cheering on your team under the lights? Making a special meal for the MVPs in your life? At Alliant Energy, we know it's about more than just energy. It's about what that energy powers us all to do together. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Is your work environment safe? It can be with help from EMC insurance companies. Use our loss control resources for online driver training, tools to avoid slips, trips, and falls, ways to improve workstation ergonomics, techniques for proper lifting, and so much more. Get safety videos and materials for your employees, all at no additional cost. When you insure your business with EMC. Learn more at emcins.com.
Oh, you know that old injury of yours? The one in your knee or maybe back? Instead of going to the doctor and then doing physical therapy, why not start with therapy first? Athletico Physical Therapy is changing the whole healing process around. Their physical therapists will find the source of your pain and help fix it. Start with them and start living pain-free. Just like that.
It all starts with Athletico Physical Therapy. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com. No prescription needed. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. It's within walking distance to Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as some great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of the Hawk Talk with Fran McCaffrey radio show. Come find your place at Hyatt Regency, where we care for people so they can be their best.
Join WMT's 27th Alaska in August. Begin with a 7-night land tour into the heart of Alaska. Then a 7-night cruise through the Inside Passage. Visit Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited website, duagency.com for a brochure.
On the U.S. Cellular postgame show, Iowa loses to Penn State 83-79. Let's check the points in the paint, courtesy of Spahn and Rose. Dead even, really. Penn State 36, Iowa 32. Jalen Pickett ruled the lane in the first half for Penn State. The Hawks roared back in the second. Chris Murray went to work, and the point paints end up being 36-32 in Penn State's favor. Contractors, you're busier than ever, but you've got this with high-quality building materials from Spahn and Rose, like GAF Roofing. Use the Spot and Rose Visualizer to plan the perfect roof and blend an architectural look with exceptional performance. GAF, we protect what matters the most. With several Spot and Rose locations, you can focus on life's other important things. Spot and Rose, buy easier, build better. There were some Spot and Rose hammerheads. Physical play in the lane today, and the Hawks gave it a great effort but fall just short, 83-79. Now our Latham Seeds Charity Stripe recap, courtesy of Latham High-Tech Seeds. Iowa got to the line 22 times today, made 16. That's very good. 73%. Penn State was a little bit better. 14 of 16 for 88%. 16 of 22 for the Hawks, 14 of 16 for the Lions. There's your charity stripe recap. Just like the Hawkeyes' diverse talents, no seed company has more trait and genetic diversity than Latham High-Tech Seeds. Thank you, Latham Seeds, for supporting Hawkeye basketball and the American Cancer Society through the Hawkeye Charity Stripe promotion all season long. We'll wrap up the U.S. Cellular postgame show with a U.S. Bank scoreboard in just a minute. This is Hawkeye basketball from Learfield.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're offering any phone, any brand, any storage for free for everyone, new and current customers. Plus, our price protection guarantee means your rates won't go up. Because locally grown connection is the gift that keeps on giving. Visit us in-store or online to get any phone, any brand, any storage free today. U.S. Cellular, locally grown connection. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Before we close out our U.S. Cellular postgame show, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Hawkeye Radio Network, where today Penn State edges Iowa 83-79 here at State College. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye basketball. A final look at the U.S. Bank scoreboard. The Iowa women lost at Illinois 90-86, despite Caitlin Clark's 32 points, 7 assists, and Monica Sedano's 24.6 rebounds. The Hawkeyes lose 90-86 at Illinois. Other men's basketball, let's start with the Big Ten, where Michigan beat Maryland 81-46. Ohio State leads Northwestern at Northwestern 18-6 with 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Earlier today, Drake fell at Missouri State 52-49. Everything's final in the NFL. Here's what we have to this point. Atlanta edged Arizona 20-19. Detroit pounded the Bears 41-10. Kansas City edged Denver 27-24. New England clipped Miami 23-21. The Giants big over the Colts 38-10. New Orleans upset the Eagles 20-10. It was Tampa Bay edging Carolina 30-24. Cleveland defeated Washington 24-10. The Browns have won 3 in a row. Jacksonville big over Houston 31-3. Late afternoon games, the 49ers over the Raiders 37-34. The Seahawks topped the Jets 23-6. Green Bay Bay easily over the Vikings in Lambeau, 41-17, and the Chargers routed the Rams 31-10. Tonight it's the Steelers at the Ravens. That's the U.S. Bank scoreboard update. Thank you so much for joining us today here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. We'll speak again Thursday when Iowa's back home, finally hosting the Indiana Hoosiers. That's an 8 o'clock start, 7 o'clock pregame here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. Again, the final today from State College, Penn State 83, Iowa 79. Good night from Pennsylvania. On behalf of Bobby Hansen, our engineer-producer Corey Sheets, I'm Gary Dolphin. This has been Hawkeye Basketball from Learfield.
You've been listening to the U.S. Cellular Postgame Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Alliant Energy. Visit AlliantEnergy.com to see how they're using their energy to power beyond. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Case IH. Make every shot count with Case IH. Visit caseih.com/Hawkeyes. United Healthcare, proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Also brought to you by Shields, right there with you. And by Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.